Here with your sports headlines. Nottingham Forest look set to appoint Sean Dyche as their third manager of the season. We understand he's close to signing a contract till 2027 after the Ange Postecoglou project ended after just 39 days. Simon Jordan had his say on the decision to sack the Aussie coming just Apologies for the technical issue there. We'll carry on. Now, the first domino to fall in the chaos at the City Ground, Nuno Espirito Santo, has been speaking ahead of West Ham's clash with Brentford tonight. Thousands of fans are expected to boycott the game in protest of the owners. But Nuno says he's much more focused on turning the London Stadium into a fortress. Remember, you can listen to that one live on talkSPORT from 7 p.m. Elsewhere, after Kevin Muscat became the third manager to withdraw from taking over at Rangers, it now looks likely that Danny Rowell has changed his mind and is in Glasgow ahead of becoming their new boss. More on all of that on the website at talksport.com. And Nottingham Forest say they're deeply saddened to have learnt about the death of Stuart Pearce's son Harley. The 21-year-old was killed in a tractor crash in Gloucestershire last week. In a post online, Forest say the thoughts of everyone connected with the club are with their former player and his family at this truly difficult time.
talkSPORT News.
A dad has become the first person in the UK to be jailed for encouraging a child to self-harm, and vision has been restored in blind patients with a microchip. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, your go-to destination for quality tyres from great brands like Continental. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
A day of showers across England and Wales, chances of hail and thunder, drier for Northern Ireland and southern Scotland, windy along the south coast.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar. It's Darren Bent. It's here, everyone.
Here, by the way,
I just said that. You right, DB?
Yeah, easy. What's going on?
Oh, it's a start, isn't it, eh? In position. You ready to go?
In for what?
In position.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah. What's going to be headphones? That what?
I don't know. So nothing was working. It's nothing still not working. But I do know we've got a show for you today. It looks like Forest have their new manager in Sean Dyche as they say goodbye to, well, the last one, Big Ange. Is he the right man for the job? We'll start with that 03717 22 33 We'll also be looking back at Man United's massive win against Liverpool. Liverpool fans, are you worried? 4 defeats, I shouldn't laugh, 4 defeats on the bounce. And we'll talk Man United from 5. And Danny Murphy joins us live from 6 from the London Stadium ahead of our live exclusive Premier League commentary between West Ham and Brentford. And Benty brings us his top talking points of the weekend's football in Benty's Tea Time Quiz. And of course, Benty's EFL Corner.
Tea Time
where
Quiz.
we'll look back, what did I say, Tea Time Takeaway. We'll look back at all the big results from Sunday, from Saturday and from Friday night.
You know what's funny is that in the EFL corner, I didn't put it in there.
I know, we've got room for it. We've got room for it. And we'll have team news ahead of that game tonight as West Ham take on Brentford. A big show. You can get involved. 03717 22 33 Dial that. This is today's Drive Time show.
Jurassic Park tells you, see a T-Rex, don't run. Stand still. We'll have a bit of that.
Yes, howdy doody, everyone. Nice to see you.
Nice.
Yes, that's right, yeah. By the way, the person on the I should point out everyone in the room today. So producer Joe is producing as always, and Jack. I just needed some kind of segue to get to Jack. And Jack, who's working on it, and Jack made a terrible mistake over the weekend. Jack, can I tell people? So we've got a football WhatsApp group going on. It's called Live Football Chat. It's all the Drive Time team, and then everyone in it that was on Drive Time and has now left is still part of it.
Yeah, because we had a Drive Time one, and then we had to expand Live because people left Drive
to go on other shows. Yeah. They nick our ideas, and we can't have that. Now, Jack, when there was live football on, obviously yesterday, where the WhatsApp group's going a little bit nuts. Every 2 minutes, someone's texting, and so if you open up your WhatsApp, just when someone sends you a WhatsApp text, you're instantly in that WhatsApp group, right? You got to come out of it. Jack didn't realise that when he sent all of the lads a big little GIF, heart sticker of a little teddy bear that says, "I love you lots."
Cute.
And then about 2 seconds later, deleted it, but it was too late. We all saw it, Jack, didn't we?
Very cute, that, Jack.
Jack, on behalf of everyone, we all love you lots as well, Jack. All right, it happens. There's nothing you can do about what it was. But the fact you tried to delete it before any of us get too late, we all saw it. We all started laughing, but it was funny. You all right? You had a good weekend?
Yeah, busy, as per usual.
Yeah.
Obviously did Premier League on Saturday. Did Fulham Arsenal. Oh, God, the voice. Bam.
We'll talk about that later.
Then Sunday I worked in the evening, but I mean, Hippodrome in Leicester Square, what a place. So I did the NFL, but the Liverpool United game was on.
Yeah.
The atmosphere in there was...
So can I ask, because I saw clips of it on the Instagram of talkSPORT, and I see you watching it.
Yeah.
So is there no NFL going on while the football's on?
Yes, imagine you got a big...
No. Concentrate on your NFL, mate.
No, but listen...
No. If you're there for NFL, I thought you're watching football.
No, it's watching on. So,
no, mate.
But what I did in there's 3 big screens of NFL football. And then that one bang in the middle was Man United Liverpool. So I had that in front of me. And to my left I had the Eagles. Beautiful. That's what I need.
It was unbelievable game.
What a game.
Yeah, it was
I mean, you played well. I mean, part of my tea time takeaway is about something around Manchester United and the performance yesterday. So, but no, fair play to Harry Maguire again.
We'll talk about that from 5.
Okay, lovely.
We'll talk about that from 5. Because we're going to start off with Forest, because Marinakis is closing in on his Andrew replacement. So is Sean Dyche the right man for Forest?
What's going on here? Right under the goalkeeper, who gets hold of it. Reece James smashes it home. Chelsea lead 3-0. Nottingham Forest are beaten, and Postecoglou is in a world of pain.
Ange Postecoglou has walked out of the dressing room with his bag over his shoulder, and Nottingham Forest Football Club have confirmed Ange Postecoglou has been relieved of his duties as the head coach.
I suppose you maybe look at somebody like Sean Dyche, but I think what he's got to try and do is just go back to type.
If he wants to bring in Sean Dyche, I like Sean Dyche. Is that a progressive appointment? I don't think so. I don't think particularly. But the fact of the matter is it now because they're looking down the barrel of thinking we're in jeopardy in this division after 8 games?
Yeah, Sean Dyche is expected to be confirmed as the new Forest manager following the sacking of Ange Postecoglou. Ange was sacked on Saturday, just minutes after Forest were beaten 3-0 by Chelsea. A game, of course, that was live on talkSPORT. It leaves them inside the relegation zone with just 1 win so far in the Premier League this season. Former Forest manager and player Martin O'Neill was alongside White and Jordan earlier, He said that he doesn't know what Forest will be getting out of appointing Sean Dyche.
That would be the first thing that you'd be thinking about. Although I think it's far too early myself to be looking at that. But if that's what you want to do, well then Sean Dyche will definitely keep them in. But I think that they would stay up anyway. I the answer to that there, Jim, is I really do not know. I genuinely don't know because, whatever Marinakis is going to say to you, I think you just have to park that and just get on with it and try and win a couple of football.
Listen, everything that's happening at Forest, we'll take your calls in it. That's how we're starting today's show, 03717 22 334. We have to talk about the sacking of Big Ange first. Eight games, his 8th game, and he goes for £7 million. I'm led to believe, that's what I read, compensation.
The money part's irrelevant. It's not. I
think it's quite relevant.
But it is irrelevant in terms of the whole thing's a mess. I mean, it was funny because I got to Premier League on Saturday, getting ready for it, and as soon as that game finished, it's like it was just chaos. Everyone was like, Ange's gone. Like 10 minutes after what had happened. But listen, there's one person to blame, ultimately, and that's Marinakis.
100% right.
He is and I know it's his football club, but his last couple of decisions are almost like, you know when you've got a football in the playground and other kids try and come play your football, you go, no, this is mine. No one's playing with it. He's acted it's a bit babyish because Nuno last season did an unbelievable job. First of all, he kept them up. People forget about that. He kept them up. They finished 4th bottom, right? And I'm pretty sure they had a points deficit.
Yep.
Right? He did an unbelievable job. Then he gets them into Europe last season. Now, I know Marinakis might be a bit annoyed because of the fact that they were so close to getting Champions League football, and the fact that they fell away a little bit, he was a little bit like angry. Well, why has that happened? But still, to get Forest into Europe from where they've been, incredible. I think keeping hold of Gibbs White was fantastic. I think they had a really good squad, some of the players they'd brought in. And then this season, they started off well against Brentford. I know the West Ham result is little bit by the by, but I still think Nuno was the perfect manager to get the best performances out of that club. You then sack him, well, I don't think that was the right thing to do. But not only that, you then bring in a manager who, yes, has got success in a completely different competition. So he got success in the Europa League, where a cup competition, you can get a nice run and then win it. But I'm not taking anything away from Ange. He won it. But in the Premier League last season, he was appalling. He was the 4th worst manager in the league, effectively, wasn't he? 4th worst manager.
Well, factually.
Yeah. But then you've still gone, he's the right man. Forget what Nuno's done. Finish up in Europe. We'll get him.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, well, hold on a second. How did you think this was going to end? And I've said it, and I stand by it with body language. When Ange came in, he didn't come in with that same kind of razzmatazz that he had when he got to Spurs, and it was all like, yeah, look at me, I can do this, I can do that.
He's got such a chip on his shoulder, that manager.
He has now, badly. But ultimately, what can you do? Because they just didn't look like... And I know sometimes it's easy to criticise managers, right? And there are times where I do sympathise with managers. And at the weekend was one of those times for Ange, because what is he supposed to do if your team are missing clear-cut chances? He's sitting on the side.
Yeah, but he did start with Chris Wood on the bench.
I get that, but Chris Wood hasn't been in the best of forms.
I know. Well, there's a reason for that. He's changed the style of football.
Yeah, right. But you know what I mean? So you've got to try and change something, which I understand, right? But there was one where...
Clean through right early on, Gibbs White.
Right, and then the camera panned to Ange, and he just went...
Yeah.
And put his hands on his knees.
I think it was a mistake at the back, and he collected the ball and just smashed it over the bar.
So I think for Ange, in those scenarios, I'm a little bit... I feel for him, but in saying all that, I've got no sympathy with him for the way that the football that he played. I've got no sympathy with him for the lack of respect he shows to set plays. That really annoys me, because since he got to Spurs, he's conceded more goals from set play than anyone else by some distance, and yet he doesn't want to address that. So that annoyed me. And ultimately, when you don't win games in the Premier League and you start drifting towards that relegation zone, however early, the owner's going to go, no.
Yeah.
So
I'd be interested to hear from the fans today about how they view Marinakis, right? Because I agree with everything you've said, by the way, but what I don't agree with, right, it was... I don't want to say it was the wrong decision to sack him, because I said the minute he got the job, I said this on
it wasn't
here,
good enough.
I said he'll be sacked before Christmas and he won't win a game. Those are my words, right? And I don't want to sit here and say, I told you so.
Yeah.
But what I find stunning is not the fact that he sacked him, it's that he appointed him.
Yeah.
And 8 games later, then he went, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I find that insane that in 8 games he's changed his mind about a manager.
Yeah.
I think it was the wrong appointment. Back your man. Give him more than 8 games.
Do you then give him credit though for realising his mistake pretty early on and going, no, I need to change this?
No, because none of it makes sense. If he understood football, he wouldn't have appointed. No, sorry. If he understood football, he would have built those bridges with Nuno. He wouldn't have burnt them.
Yeah.
If he understood football, if he knew what was good for his club and what was good for his players and his fans, he would have somehow sorted the Nuno, because that fit, him and Nuno, was perfect. Yeah. Nuno was perfect for Forest, right?
Yeah.
So if he knew football, he would have sorted that out. If he knew football, he wouldn't have hired Ange in the first place.
Yeah.
And if he knew football, he wouldn't have sacked the manager that he's given £7 million doing competition. He wouldn't have sacked him after 8 games.
Yeah.
So you've got an owner in Marinakis who I imagine all the fans adore because of things like, right into the head of UEFA saying like, oh, Crystal Palace shouldn't be in that competition, should be us, and then getting yourselves put in the Europa. If you're a fan of that club and you've leapfrogged another side to be in a competition, it's like, oh, look at us.
Yeah.
And you've managed to keep hold of Morgan Gibbs-White. So they're the things. But at the end of the day, the reason Forest are in the bottom 3, the reason they've gone 8 games without a win, and the reason they sacked the manager that nearly got you Champions League football is because your owner's got it wrong on every single occasion.
Yeah, again, it just hasn't worked. And Nuno, I mean... He was perfect for them, because you've said it before on the show that if they were in this type of crisis and Ange was there, Nuno never been at Forest, Nuno's the exact manager that he would have looked at and gone, he's perfect for us.
Well, on the back of that, let me ask you then, Sean Dyche looks like it's going to be him. Yes or no?
So I'm torn, because listen, Dyche is a solid manager and he's very, very good at navigating a team out of problems, right?
Yeah.
But I was looking at some of his finishes, like 16th, 15th, 17th, 18th, 17th. Like, I'm just a little bit like, is he the right man? I understand why they've appointed Sean Dyche, and maybe sometimes he gets a stigma about him that's maybe not fair, because I think he's tried to play football in the right way, but the players that he's had at times, I've heard him speak about it. What type of football do you want me to play? Because if we do that, we're going to get carved up. So he's about getting results. I understand that. But I probably would have gone for someone like a Mancini. Now, I don't know why that broke down. And maybe that's just me being a little bit...
I just couldn't see that happening.
Maybe because it's Mancini, I'm thinking, right, big name.
I couldn't see him and Marinakis getting on a million years.
And again, no disrespect to Sean Dyche. I think he will do a good job there. He lives in the area. He'll do a really good job, right? But as a Forest fan, if you heard Mancini's coming in, you're feeling a different way to as if Sean Dyche was coming in. Do you know what I mean when I say that? And that's no disrespect to...
Yeah, it's a sexy appointment.
Sexy. You go Mancini and you go, okay. But then on the flip side, West Ham got Pellegrini and that didn't work, and he'd won the Premier League. So maybe Marinakis has gone, do you know what? I just need a safe pair of hands, and that's Sean Dyche. And I've got no doubt that they will stay up if Sean Dyche gets in there. But I understand certainly the Forest fans that I've spoke to, they're like, I like Sean Dyche, But I just want something a little bit more sexy, something a bit more.
Well, listen, if you want something a bit more sexy, you've got it. Me and Benny are here till 7 p.m. But we would like you to come on our show, Nottingham Forest fans. I think the only reason you're in the state you're in, the only reason you're in the bottom three, the only reason you don't have a manager is because of your own at Marinakis. What do you think? 03717 223344. Forest chat is how we start today's show on Drive on talkSPORT.
coming up, it's there.
Drive on talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, we're looking back at a big old weekend in Bentley's EFL Corner now. I haven't seen the score that Ipswich beat Middlesbrough by. I thought I'd save that for the show.
Yeah,
I thought that would be... Hold on. No, they couldn't have lost, could they?
Honestly.
Ipswich lost, did they?
What's your problem, bro?
Oh, Super Ipswich. And we win it, we go straight back up.
Look at you lot.
Straight back up.
One game.
Straight back up.
First back-to-back.
Go on, United.
12 years.
Love Harry Maguire, Ruben Amorim. Go on, boys.
Honestly.
Go on, lads.
I was torn last night. You know what?
No, you weren't.
Yesterday I
No,
was
you
torn.
weren't. No, you weren't.
Of course I was.
No, you weren't. You want to win the league.
Is that...
You weren't torn.
No, but this is what I'm talking about.
No, you weren't torn.
Your face.
Go on, United.
We're talking about it at 5, actually.
Yeah, you're damn right.
About the headbang.
That's tough, isn't it?
No, listen, I agree.
We had one later on, by the way.
I get it. But Michael Oliver's there. You know what I mean?
No, and it's one of those things, all jokes aside, it's one of those things where if he sees it, he blows up. He obviously didn't see it.
How did you not see it?
He's concentrating on the goal,
Listen,
wasn't he?
fair play.
Oh.
One brain, mate. Thank you.
What's Virgil's excuse for not seeing it?
Yeah, it was, you know, I thought Cunha yesterday was brilliant, you know.
He was fantastic. I thought Ahmed was brilliant.
Yeah, but
We'll talk about it later. Mate, we're only...
Don't be stupid. You're not going to win the league or get near us, so shut up.
Now you know what I've had to put up with you for the last couple of years. Of course we're not going to win the league, but I'm saying we're 3 points off second place.
No.
And now Bet is top 8.
Shesko doesn't start.
But didn't he look good? He looked strong when he come on.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I need something from Jokeris. Come on. I mean, I did it.
He looks awful.
He does look awful.
He does,
no,
mate.
he doesn't.
He looks like he's got concrete boots on.
No, he doesn't. But he just at the minute it's not working for him. But his movements look quite good. He's using
his movements go good. Okay, as long as his movements good.
Well, he's playing a part.
He's a disco dancer.
He's playing a part as to why Arsenal are top. How about that,
mate? I'm telling you.
Set piece. Bang, go on, Trossard. I've always loved Trossard.
Would you cash out of either of our bets yet?
No. You need to cash out.
No.
You need to cash out the Jokeris Sesko bet.
No, I don't.
You do because he won't play Sesko.
He will. Would you cancel a bet now if you could? So in case you're wondering what we're talking about, we've had 2 bets with Bentley. One is top 8 for 500 quid, and one is Sesko against Jokeris 500.
Do you know why I wouldn't? Right?
Go on.
Because I was having a look. I think I was.
Have you seen our next run of games?
It doesn't matter, mate. You could be playing.
No, this is the thing. This is what I'm going to talk about at 5 o'clock.
Right? Is that you say? I said, what did I say? That you're top 8. Right?
Top 8, I win.
Right. So you got Arsenal in there.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Bournemouth. Liverpool. Chelsea.
Bournemouth.
They're decent. Right.
Yeah.
Chelsea. Spurs. Yeah. Okay, you never know. Sunderland. Palace.
There you go. There's room in there.
I don't know if there is, mate.
Oh, cool.
Villa.
Sunderland, Palace, Bournemouth.
Villa have won their last 5. They've been and they're below you. They're coming.
All right. We're coming as well. We just won 2 on the bounce, mate. That fella's 3 games away from getting his Barnet Cup. Just quickly, Rangers are closing in on appointing Danny Rolls, their new head coach, despite him ruling himself out less than a week ago. And Lionel Messi is expected to sign a new deal at Inter Miami. All right, we're taking your calls on all things Nottingham Forest. Is Sean Dyche the right man for the job? 03717 223344. Chris is a Forest fan. Hello, Christopher.
Mate, how are you? All right?
I'm good, very well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
What would you like to say, my friend?
Yeah, I want to go back to, for me, the main things of a football club, there's 3 parts of it to me. The owner who puts in his millions or billions, the manager who makes the decisions, and the players who hopefully perform. Once you start bringing people in the back room that makes the decisions who the manager can buy that he doesn't want, if this hadn't happened to Forest, I think Nuno would have stayed there, the team would have carried on, pushed on from where they were last season. And I wonder if that's what happened at Arsenal. Was Arteta getting a bit his back up the fact that Edu was making decisions on how Arsenal should buy and sell, and it was getting his back up a bit?
I think I read something or I heard something from somewhere that I think
already this sounds vague.
No, but apparently Edu and Arteta kind of fell out a little bit, which is why then he opted to leave. But you're probably right. Maybe Nuno was like, I don't want Edu obviously bringing in the players. I want to coach my own players, and these are the players I want. But it just feels like a mad decision to sack Nuno when I thought the team was in a good place. Even if he lost a couple, I know that he'd get it back and he'd get it right.
Chris, can I ask you a question? Do you blame Marinakis at all in this?
A little bit. The problem is with Marinakis, he's the one putting the hundreds of millions of pounds in. So is he more important than your manager? I would say yes, because where do you get the men that put this sort of money in?
But surely, I get all that. I get all that. But he is to blame. He is the one that sacked Nuno. He is the one that appointed Ange, and he is the one that sacked Ange. So he is to blame, surely.
I think the Nuno one was the big one because, if you were the manager, Andy, of a club or Darren, and then somebody came in behind you and the owner decided to talk to him more than you, who do you think we should have, where we're short, it's to put your nose out of joint a bit as well, wouldn't it?
But then who's responsible for that problem? The owner?
Yeah, in that respect, yeah. But Edu, to me, I can't understand this. If either of you were the manager of the teams you support, watching them train day in and day out, what positions you're short on, and you put up a short list, and then somebody comes in from nowhere and totally says everything against what you want.
Yeah,
it's so hard for Nuno to
I do think the owner is definitely the one that.
God, without doubt.
Because I don't know why he just. I understand you're not happy with what Nuno said, but you must have to work it out for the good of the football club, man. You could feel the feel-good atmosphere in the Nottingham area because Nuno, you're in Europe again, nights at the stadium, but it's just not good.
No, because sometimes you get people with copious amounts of money, and the power goes to their head.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get people with copious amounts of money who run a business, and they get people in to run the business, and then they trust those people. Well, and if you've got a manager like Nuno who was knocking on the door, overachieving with Forest for Champions League football, and still got you league football, European football. You've got to think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'll give him all the help he needs behind the scenes, but as far as day-to-day run of a football club, let him do what he wants to do.
And that was what was so good. You'd have to say, and you have to applaud him. And I know he was quite ruthless about Abramovich because he got the people in place. He made it very simple for the manager: you win or you're out. And they knew exactly where they stood. So even if they won, because at the time this is bizarre, but it was clear managers winning trophies, the following season languishing a little bit, even around the top 4, off you go. But it
was never about Abramovich.
No,
you never heard from him.
Never.
Remember that interview with Morgan Gibbs-White where you got Marinakis standing next to him? Yes, Mr. Marinakis. No, you ain't going to get that over Abramovich.
No. And everyone always said they must have seen him a couple of times in the dressing room, and that was it. Yeah. Abramovich. He let them get on with it.
That's the difference.
That is a difference. And he put in more than anyone.
Yeah, that's totally different. Loads and loads of money, but let someone else run an industry that he's not.
Exactly. And he was always there. He was always singing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Still to come, we'll be asking if Man United fans are ready to give Ruben Amorim a chance. That's from 5 o'clock. We're talking Manchester United. First, so it's time for no Googling. We want to know which current Premier League manager has Sean Dyche beaten the most times throughout his career. All right? I'll give you a silly clue. Right. We also might have Paulie Malignaggi on today's show.
Gee whiz.
We have got him.
I've seen his face.
Did you see that? I mean, that was brutal.
I ain't doing that. Forget it.
I hope he's been stitched up since when he fought on Saturday night. So I hope he's still not sat in the same chair when he's been stitched up. Paulie Malignaggi will be joining us a bit later on. And, of course, we're looking ahead to live commentary on talkSPORT. West Ham take on Brentford. We'll have team news for you ahead of that. And from 5 o'clock, it's Man United. A busy Monday drive time show. If you want to be a part of it, you can. 03717 22 33 44.
With Forest in flux, new pastures are yet to bloom in East London. It's been a mixed start for Nuno at West Ham, who's only taken 1 point from his opening 2 matches in the Premier League. But with Brentford on the menu this evening, the Hammers boss says he's not trying to overcomplicate things.
What I'm doing is try to improve, realizing that the home factor is really important. And like I said to you before, I think it's up to us now to go closer to the fans, to make them support us and help us, so we can change everything and become a real fortress.
West Ham could go level on points with Brentford with a win in talkSPORT's exclusive commentary tonight. The Bees haven't exactly made a rip-roaring start to the season either, winning just 2 of their opening 7. Keith Andrews says there's been plenty of work going on behind the scenes.
How connected we are as a team when we're without the ball, when we press, how we press, communication within that. I think a lot of it is relationships. Speak about that a lot on the grass in meetings.
Our coverage is underway from 7. Kick-off is at 8. And the son of England legend Stuart Pearce has been tragically killed in a tractor crash. Gloucestershire police confirmed Harley Pearce, aged 21, died at the scene in Wickham last Thursday. His sister Chelsea has paid tribute, calling him a golden boy with an infectious smile. Everyone here at talkSPORT sent our heartfelt condolences to our friend and colleague Stuart and his family.
Right, I've just written it down. Jarvan talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside.
Here we go.
Before the break, ask a question: which current Premier League manager has Sean Dyche beaten the most times throughout his career? I've just had to come. What's the matter?
I'll get a pen, but for some reason, people think the pens are... Look how many pens are on the floor.
Well, I can't really see the pens because there's 3 keyboards,
2 mouses.
cables.
Got it.
Right, which current Premier League manager has Sean Dyche beaten the most amount of times? His first name... No, don't guess it. His first name is something you do in football, not kicking.
Heading.
Right, that's his first name.
Heading.
Yeah, and his surname is what the noise cats make.
Meow.
That's his name.
Meow.
We got
Heading meow.
Yeah.
Wait. Listen, heading meow. Oh, wait there. Heading meow.
No help, please.
Heading meow. Joe, if I drag this out a bit longer, you know what I mean? No, if I
Oh, I see. We don't have to talk EFL chat. Yeah, we do.
No. Heading meow.
Take maybe the G off his first name.
Heading.
Yeah.
Heading meow. Meow.
Oh, it's there.
Ciao. Heading meow. Ciao.
You got it?
No.
We don't Google it. What would you Google anyway?
No, if I look at the league table, it might...
No.
Meow. Eddie Howe.
Good boy. Give me 5. Come on.
Yeah.
Good
Eddie
work.
Howe.
Still to come.
Heading meow.
You got it, though. Still to come. We're looking back on Man United smashing Liverpool to pieces at Anfield yesterday. Go on, Slabhead. Time now for this.
Man said slabhead, you know. Sean Maguire, man. Great head on.
Oh, he's got to go to the World Cup, by the way.
Instead of who?
Instead of who? We don't have an abundance of centre-halves, do we?
We've got 3 or 4 better than him.
I don't. We've got 4 better than him.
I can name you 4.
Right, name one of our centre-halves that goes up for corners and is a threat.
Gahey.
Oh, yeah? How many has he scored from corners?
Fair few.
Not like Maguire,
No, I could get there, but we can't bring him up for just that.
Talk about that. You can. Taking Henderson just because he's good round people.
You love him, didn't you?
Time now for the return of Bent's EFL Corner, where every week Darren Bent takes a look at some of the big stories from up and down the Football League. Let's start off with...
Now, commentary, we got at the top of the page, commentary to Blackburn
we should do it we do it in day.
And we start with Frank Lampard's commentary,
No.
who were 2-0 winners at home to Blackburn on Saturday. 2 goals within 2 minutes during the second half were enough for the 3 points, which keeps them at the top of the league. Lampard spoke to talkSPORT after the game and said he's pleased to see his team continuing to improve.
Unlike us, we've really not been giving up many chances. The game today became too open, too chaotic. They gave up too much.
That's Kieran McKenna.
Could have scored quite a few goals.
Now Jack has played Kieran McKenna. We should really stay with that story. Have you got the button for Super Frank Lampard, Jack? Have you got that? Sit forward. Start again, regroup. Have you got it? Press it now.
I think it's been a bit of a development of the team this season from last. We were very good, I think, in the second half of last season, and particularly in the run-in, where we had good control of a lot of games. Like even the playoff semi-final, we controlled the possession really generally in those games, and we lose, but unfortunately. But we wanted to become also a team that can really be a bit more aggressive, a little bit more play forward, run forward, get the next one, use our pace and power essentially through the team. And the lads have picked up the message, so we need to continue.
Go on, Super Frank. What I think is interesting about any football club, right? When Jack, what are you doing?
When the music came on, just let it play.
Yeah, just leave it. What I think is interesting for any football manager, when you go into half time and it's goalless, and you've got 45 minutes to win the game,
and you change
if you change it with regards to tactics or what you say or substitutions, and you come out in the second half and you win the game, I think that speaks volumes. And that's exactly what happened with commentary and Frank Lampard.
Yeah, they came out, certainly, as you said there, second half. I mean, possession-wise was a little bit even, you have to say, certainly that first half. But fair play, he changed 1 or 2 bits and bobs. And
what are the 2 bits and bobs? That's quite a generic term.
Personnel.
What?
Personnel.
What bits and what bobs?
Personnel. But it's fair to him. Thomas Asante, he has been really good all season. I'm pretty sure Hadji Wright is top of the goals charts, and I think he's a couple behind. So they've got goals in their team, but they just look strong, they look quick, they work hard, the energy they're showing to get up and down. And I think they're in a great position right now. I know it's still early, and I'm the one who always says to you about...
Oh, it's way too early.
But you'd like to be where they are now, as opposed to
5 clean sheets in a row now.
Yeah,
that speaks volumes.
They're playing well,
and there's bits and bobs involved, right?
Bits and bobs. I mean, listen, they're playing against a Blackburn side that are in a bit of, I won't say the best of form. 3 defeats.
Where are they in the league now, Blackburn?
Blackburn, as we currently now, are
third from bottom.
Yeah, not great. 22nd. So, but
unbelievable.
But this is why we like the Championship, right? Because teams that are at the bottom, you go, this should be 3 points, and all of a sudden it's not.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So
well, let's stay with the bottom. We'll move on to Sheffield United, who are now...
You're moving through very quickly. I didn't finish about...
They've finally moved off the bottom with a 1-0 win at home to Watford. That's their second win of the season. Sees them move above Sheffield Wednesday. The manager, Chris Wilder, spoke to talkSPORT after the game. Said he's relieved to have picked up some vital points.
As you can imagine. Disappointed that we've not got that result in the previous two home games. We're not in a great position, as you know, Al, and that cranks the pressure up on everybody. But I thought the players handled it really well today. I thought the performances were outstanding. They're a dangerous team, Watford, as I know.
I don't know Chris Wilder. I've never met him.
Yeah.
I just really like him. And
Yeah.
I'm really pleased for him.
I've had the pleasure of
okay.
and
Nice fella.
Really nice fella. I've
Yeah,
interviewed
okay,
him,
I
spent
see
the time
that,
with him.
yeah.
But he, it's huge for him getting this result. But I still look at the team that they've got, right, and it still makes no sense to me how they are, where they are in the league.
Yeah.
They've got Tyrese Campbell who can score goals. Callum O'Hare, do you know what I mean? Ogbenny's there. Tanganga, who's really good at Millwall's gone there, obviously started at Spurs. They've got, obviously, Gustavo Hamer still there. They've got good players, and the fact that they are where they are, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So clearly something wasn't working. But I think Chris Wilder, the longer that he's there at that football club, I think he'll reset standards. Because I think that's been the problem at Sheffield United last season. I mean, you get over 90 points, you don't get promoted. You get to the final against Sunderland, you go 1-0 up. I mean, it's just someone giving the ball away, you punish, and you go out. To lose your job over that's ridiculous. But I think they've got enough games now to put a real run together. And I'm not saying they will get promoted. I'm not saying that. But they're currently on 6 points, second bottom, right? And Millwall on 17, right? So that's 11 points. That's not that many. Considering when you play Saturday, Tuesday, you can make those points up very quickly.
And he's gone back to the club early enough in the season
that he can turn it around.
Yeah, I think he will. You've got a decision to make, right? So we can either talk about our mate Jack Wilshere and his Luton team that lost, or we can talk about your club that lost. And bearing in mind, we might not have time for the other one. So would you rather talk about your mate suffering?
Yeah. Or my the thing that's in my heart suffering.
Yeah.
Jack. Pouring up from Jack, wasn't it?
Oh my God!
No, do you know what? Let's go Ipswich because
you sure?
Yeah, let's go. First, we could touch on Jack.
No. We'll come back to that if we've got time.
Yeah. No, we don't have time.
But we can now talk about Ipswich because they were smashed 2-1 away at Middlesbrough on Friday night. A result leaves them 12th in the table. Weird that because I thought they're going straight back up.
Yeah.
Although they do, of course, have a game in hand. That means nothing. Their boss, Kieran McKenna, spoke to the media afterwards and said that mistakes cost them.
Unlike us, we've really not been giving up many chances. The game today became too open, too chaotic. We gave up too much. We certainly felt like we could have scored, quite a few goals ourselves tonight. But to a difficult place like this, with them in good form on a Friday night with a crowd behind them, you can't make as many mistakes as we did tonight.
What a game.
So McKenna blaming individual mistakes there. Did Borough deserve to win the game? You watched it?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
How did you watch it?
On my first of all, dongle on the train.
Oh, you got your dongle out, did you?
No,
I thought you were...
no train Wi-Fi. It's a train Wi-Fi dongle.
Okay.
I borrowed the train dongle, and then when I got home, I watched the rest of the game.
Right.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I thought Ipswich started off well, and then they had the missed penalty seemed to be the kind of catalyst, and then Middlesbrough, Alex Palmer, he must have, I don't know how many saves he made. I felt like he was making a save every 45 seconds, like at one point. But you have to say, fair play to Middlesbrough. They do play some really attractive football. Ipswich had their opportunities, didn't take theirs, but the moment Middlesbrough got themselves in front, they looked comfortable. And
can I, all jokes aside, right? Because when Ipswich went down, producer Joe was, we'll bounce straight back up, win the league, and then it wasn't, we'll go up automatically. It's like, we'll make top six. Genuinely, do you think it's going to be not as easy because it's never easy to get out of?
It's never easy, but I expect Ipswich to get to the.
You still expect them to get out?
I get up, playoffs or automatic, but they've been.
Do you, Joe? You do, okay.
Yeah, but again, Middlesbrough are a good side. That's why they currently sit where they sit in the league because Rob Edwards, we're a big fan of Rob Edwards. They've got good players. I remember watching I saw Morgan Whittaker as a kid. I'm pretty sure I was at Derby with him. And then I watched him for Plymouth. And then he was getting linked to some of the biggest clubs around Europe. And he's gone to Middlesbrough. Scored a good goal. So they've got a good... One thing about Rob Edwards, his team's always got a clear identity as how they play. They work incredibly hard. They break incredibly quickly. And that's what Middlesbrough kept doing to Ipswich. Kept doing it over and over again. And Alex Palmer had the game of his life. He saved absolutely everything. There's no more he could have done. But fair play to Middlesbrough, they got the result.
Okay. A quick word about Jack. I mean, I'm not going to have my hair cut until Luton win. Okay. Quick word about Jack.
Yeah.
His team lost 2-0 at home to Mansfield. I mean, it's way too early.
Yeah.
He's got in there for 5 minutes. Let's have a listen to Jack. He spoke to talkSPORT after the game and said that there were positive signs. Go on, Jack.
For me, it could have went either way, and even towards the end, maybe we could have created more, or not more, but better opportunities, higher quality opportunities. But the lads were trying. That's what I said in the early days. Is and it's probably tough for fans, but we need to see the intentions. We need to see the right behaviours when we lose the ball. How do we react?
I think it's really tough for any manager that goes into a club. I think what we can hear from Jack, that he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because he's our mate, but you can hear a good manager when they come on and speak. And you can hear ones that you go, he's bluffing. I know that Jack knows 100% that he believes that this club can go places, and it's way too early to even look at. I think the first maybe 3 or 4 weeks to look at a result for a club like Luton in League One and think anything other than Okay, we're going in the right direction. I think we'll judge Jack on the next 2 or 3 matches. I think that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he would have liked to have, Luton, Mansfield at home crowd behind him, come in a Jack. I'm sure he would have liked a better result, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. But you're right. I mean, it's a tough division again. We always talk about the Championship, but you've got some big clubs in League One, by the way. Cardiff are there, of course. AFC Wimbledon are there. Bolton Wanderers, Premier League side for such a long time. So many big teams in there. Wycombe Wanderers. I mean, there's teams. Reading. There's teams in there. You go, oh my goodness.
If you could have either Jack Wilshere's Luton go up or Ipswich go up.
What kind of question is that?
What one would you take?
Ipswich, obviously.
You are a disgrace, mate.
What kind of question is that?
That's terrible. What are you meant to be his mate?
What would you rather?
Jack.
Man United,
he's my mate.
Man United win the League Cup.
Go on, Jack. The League Cup?
No,
fine.
No, sorry.
Jack, there you go. No, I've answered it.
They're out of that.
Jack.
Grimsby. Man United win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Or Jack get promoted.
Jack get promoted.
That's a lie.
No, it's not. I've seen us win the FA Cup 13 times. Not all of them, obviously.
Premier League this year.
No, you forget, Jack. A bit of breaking news this evening. Rangers finally have got their new manager. Former Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Roll has taken charge of the club on an initial 2.5-year deal. So Rangers have got their man. Former Sheffield Wednesday gaffer Danny Roll is now the manager. We'll bring you more on this shortly with talkSPORT's chief football correspondent Alex Cook. Rangers fans, you can have your say. 0371 722 3344. How are you feeling about the appointment? We'll take your calls right after this. Just at Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside still to come. We'll be asking if Ruben Amorim is starting to turn a corner at Man United. Of course he is. We'll take calls on that. 5 o'clock, 03717 223344. Just quickly, do you want the chance to play to win up to £100,000? If you do, just listen up, because it's our biggest cash prize yet. And we're going all out. Yes, that's right. A massive £100,000, completely tax-free, could be yours if you're the lucky winner who gets picked to come on or come to talkSPORT Towers in London on the 13th of November, 2025, for a chance to win that huge cash prize. Listen up on how you can enter it.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Good luck, everyone. Right, Rangers fans, as I mentioned just before the break, you've got your new manager. Danny Rowell takes charge of the club on an initial 2.5-year deal after leaving Sheffield Wednesday earlier on in the year. Let's get more on this now with talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crookie. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. You good?
I'm good. I'm very well. Looks like you've just woken up. Are you all right? You well?
Well, it was a stag weekend, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. We did get
pretty much.
How was Friday, Crookie, when you're supposed to be on with us?
What happened?
What happened, mate?
Apparently you couldn't even stand up.
We may have been a few beers in by then, so I made the sensible decision that you didn't need to see what was going on Friday night.
Okay. I won't ask any more questions. Listen, thanks for coming on our show now, because we've got that breaking news. It was one of those stories that I just, no matter how long the weeks went in for, or even the months, I was like, who's going to be their manager? They've finally got their man, but why has it been so hard for Rangers to get a new manager confirmed?
Yeah, it's been an absolute saga, hasn't it? From when Russell Martin was fired more than 2 weeks ago now. They seemingly didn't have a number one target at that stage, didn't have a replacement ready to come in. Steven Gerrard was the first manager that they tried to get back to the football club. Obviously, that didn't happen for reasons, I think, mainly due to his financial setup over in the Middle East, but also there was a concern about working with the sporting director, Kevin Thelwell, who's a very hands-on sporting director, likes to have the main say in terms of recruitment. Then they pivoted to Danny Rowell initially, actually. He withdrew from the race when it became clear that Kevin Muscat, another former Rangers man, former Rangers player in this case, was the top target. He pulled out over the weekend, having met with Kevin Thelwell and with the chief executive. And then they've gone back to Danny Rowell after all. Now, when Danny Rowell withdrew from the race, it wasn't because he didn't want the job. I think at the time he felt that if he went in, that maybe he wouldn't have enough time to prepare for their game against Dundee United, which of course they drew at the weekend. He hasn't got that long to prepare for their Europa League game this midweek, but he was always attracted by the job of taking charge of a juggernaut like Rangers. And I think it's a good appointment. There's been a little bit of cynicism, shall we say, from Rangers fans, because obviously his only real frontline managerial experience was at Sheffield Wednesday. But this is someone who's been part of the coaching setup for the German national team. He's been assistant manager to Bayern Munich. He was assistant manager to Ralph Hasenhüttl at Southampton in the Premier League. And I've spoken to a lot of Southampton players, ex-Southampton players, and they all speak very highly about Danny Rowell. So I understand why Rangers fans are frustrated, but I think this might end up being a good appointment.
Crookie, is the Rangers job still an attractive one? Because I'm with you. I mean, them and Celtic are huge football clubs. But the fact that they've taken so long to find the manager and people turning them down, I mean, is it still as attractive as it once was?
I think it tells you where they're at as a football club now. This is not a brilliant Rangers team that Danny Rowell will be inheriting. Obviously, Russell Martin was not a popular figure with the Rangers fans, but I would defend him and say it wasn't a great squad that he had at his disposal. You look at Hearts topping the league, it probably tells you where Rangers and Celtic are at this moment in time. I don't think either are anywhere near the forces that they once were, but it's still a massive draw, isn't it? If you go around the world, you will find fans of Rangers. They are a global institution. I was in Spain, in Seville, when they got to the Europa League final, and even I was staggered by how many Rangers fans, many of them, of course, without tickets, descended on that city. They basically took over the city. They ended up losing the game to Oliver Glasner's Eintracht Frankfurt. But if you can get a tune out of Rangers, then you will be a hero. And the chance for Danny Rowell to, I guess, wake up a sleeping giant is is a massive opportunity for him. I've just spoken to someone actually who managed him at Southampton. He was part of the executive team there. He said he's good at managing up. He can work with the team. Players like him. He's hard-working. He's tactically versatile. Those are all positive attributes, but it's not going to happen overnight because, as I say, this Rangers team is not very good.
No. It looks like we've woken up a sleeping giant, and I say that because you're over 6 foot, so we'll let you get back to sleep. But thanks for coming on, Crookie.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks, man. Let's go to the phone line, shall we? Get your view on that breaking news. Rangers finally got a new manager. Richard joins us. Hi, Richard.
Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thanks for coming on. What do you make of the breaking news?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I would rather see that Farewell leave the club, though. I don't think he's very good. You know, I think he's a lot to blame for all the bad signings he's made, especially that boy for Everton, 10 million. Don't think he's good enough.
Let me ask you a question then. What's the ambitions this season then? Because it's easy to go finish above Celtic, but that's not going to happen. And currently Celtic are not even top. It's Hearts, and Hearts have got a 5-point lead currently as it stands.
Yeah.
What are Rangers? What are your aspirations then? I mean, what, finish above Celtic? What would you do?
To be fair, I mean, I don't think Hearts will win the league. The bubble will burst. It happens it's a generational thing. Somebody always comes in the woodwork for a little while, and then as soon as they got a couple of injuries or their best players get a wee bit injury, they can't keep up the standard. You know, so the Hearts, when they go through that blip, they'll see if they can do it. But I mean, the same thing happened 12 years ago or whenever it was. George Burley was there, and they won 12 games on the spin, and it collapsed. So it's a generational thing. I mean, my best friend's a Hearts fan, and I think I'd leave the country if they won the league. So,
who would you rather though, Hearts or Celtic?
Oh man, just to annoy my mate, I'd probably see Celtic win the league before us.
I would have expected that, but you know what? I would love Hearts to win it, man. Just to break that stronghold, man.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible for Scottish football.
Well, last one out was like Aberdeen, right, in the 80s, I think.
Miles, ages ago. Yeah. I would love Hearts to do it.
When we come out, we'll be talking about the biggest story in football right now, and that's the mighty Man United are back. 03717223344 United Liverpool chat right after this live and drive.
With Forest in flux, new pastures are yet to bloom in East London. It's been a mixed start for Nuno at West Ham, who's only taken 1 point from his opening 2 matches in the Premier League. But with Brentford on the menu this evening, the Hammers boss says he's not trying to overcomplicate things.
What I'm doing is try to improve, realizing that the home factor is really important. And like I said to you before, I think it's up to us now to go closer to the fans, to make them support us and help us.
West Ham could go level on points with Brentford with a win in talkSPORT's exclusive commentary tonight. The Bees haven't exactly made a rip-roaring start to the season either, winning just 2 of their opening 7. Keith Andrews says there's been plenty of work going on behind the scenes.
How connected we are as a team when we're out the ball, when we press, how we press, communication within that. I think a lot of it is relationships. Speak about that a lot.
Our coverage is underway from 7. Kick-off is at 8. Now, there's been plenty of movement at Forest today after Andrew was sacked on Saturday. It's our understanding that Sean Dyche is close to becoming the Forest boss, which Martin O'Neill says is fine.
I think they probably feel as if they're in a bit of trouble now, and that would be a surprise, really. But I don't think they are. I think they've got the wherewithal to be in a better position than they are. But overall, I think Sean going in there now, I noticed he was looking for a long-term contract. Good luck with that, mate.
Forest welcome Porto to the City Ground in the Europa League on Thursday, live on talkSPORT. Meanwhile, Simon Jordan's not overly impressed. The Rangers' managerial hunt has taken place out in the open for all to see. The latest development is that Danny Roll is back in the running, having previously pulled out. Simon's suggesting it may be a case of too many cooks.
You've now got the owners in the room. The owners can't sell it either. So you're in this situation where, you know, who's running the football club and how is it being run properly?
And the son of England legend Stuart Pearce has been tragically killed in a tractor crash. Gloucestershire police confirmed Harley Pearce, aged 21, died at the scene in Wickham last Thursday. His sister Chelsea has paid tribute, calling him a golden boy with an infectious smile. Everyone here at talkSPORT sent our heartfelt condolences to our friend and colleague Stuart and his family.
Well, Matt, to the big hour, the big one on Drive. Andy Goldstein's Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent's here.
I'll be back.
I mean, how random's that? Just, I'll be back. He's gone for it. Still to come, we'll find out what Benty's serving up in his tea time takeaway this week. But now, drum roll, please. Our Man United fans, I include myself here, ready to give Amorim a bit more time.
Oh, what a finish to this game. It's Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2, and it's Harry Maguire up from the back for a corner. Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2.
The team selection from Amorim, I thought, was spot on today. I just thought it was an excellent performance.
I was mocked a bit because I said United could finish 5th this season. I said they could get in the Champions League. They're not that far away now.
Maybe, just maybe, this is a moment to savour for Manchester United, and maybe all those corners that apparently they turned, this time they won't end up in a cul-de-sac.
Go on, United. After nearly 1 year in the job room, Amorim has finally won back-to-back league games for the first time as United manager. They were, of course, 2-1 winners at Anfield yesterday, thanks to Harry Maguire's late winner. It's the first time that United have won away at Liverpool for over 9 years. After the game, Ruben Amorim spoke to talkSPORT's Alex Crook.
You promised the fans at the end of last season that better days were coming. Was that your best day as Manchester United manager today?
I think it was. If you see our fans, and they are amazing, the way they even fight in the difficult moment when Liverpool is winning titles and we are suffering, to see them singing during the games and being here. It's so important for me because they always support me. But the best I can do is to tell them to forget this game. This is in the past. Enjoy today, but tomorrow let's focus on Brighton.
Right, we've got so much to talk about.
Yeah, do you still want him sacked?
Well, I'll come to that in a minute. Let's talk about yesterday's game first. I thought, as good as United were, I thought Liverpool were poor. It was a little bit of both. I didn't think United were unbelievable.
Yeah,
I didn't think Liverpool were horrific, but they weren't great.
They weren't good.
They weren't good. We should have gone 2-0 up just before our time with Bruno. They had chances as well. I've never been convinced with 3 at the back, but there were moments where you go, yeah, okay, all right. But there's still moments where I thought we could have got caught.
Mm-hmm.
And on another day, they might have scored a couple of goals, Liverpool. So I can't get too excited about it. We'll come to that in a moment. I just a special mention for Cunha. I thought he was above and beyond. When I saw the team selection and we had Mason Mount playing instead of Cunha.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, Mbeumo started, didn't he?
Yeah, was it a Sesko, maybe?
Yeah, instead of Sesko, sorry, yeah. When Mount was on instead of Sesko, I was a bit like, that's a bit weird. And 3 at the back with Maguire in the middle. I wasn't his biggest fan, Harry Maguire, but he's proved me wrong so many times. And with De Ligt as well, I thought we looked a little bit lack of pace at the back. But I obviously got everything with regards to team selection and tactics. I got that completely wrong yesterday. I thought Ahmed was really good. I thought, we were talking about this earlier on, Joe and I, that the manager took him off at exactly the right time. He does so much running, Ahmed. Around about 60 minutes, he's just run out of steam. I thought everyone pulled together brilliantly. I can't get too excited just yet for Man United because I've seen it before. I've seen a great performance, I've seen a really good performance from Man United, and I've gone, here we go, we're back.
Yeah.
And then the next week we play a team that I thought we should beat and we lose or we draw.
Yeah.
So the real test for me will be, and I think it's the perfect game to find out where Man United are, at home, right? And against the team at home where you go, okay, it's tough, but if we beat a tough team at home in Brighton, then now all of a sudden you start to believe that we're moving forward. I'm not getting carried away with 4th or 3rd or whatever. But all I want is just progression. And so a win away at Anfield, first time in 9 years, and a win at home to Brighton, a really good team. If you beat Brighton, you've done well. Then all of a sudden, that'll be 3 in a row. And I'll start thinking, okay, but I can't get too excited yet, is all I'll say about Manchester United. I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, listen, you've done well, did what you needed to do. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, you wanted Amorim out.
Yep.
So you wanted him sacked.
Yeah.
He's not good enough.
Yeah. I still might be right. It's all dependent on next week's game. If we lose 2-1 at home to Brighton, then it's back to where we were, right?
A little bit, but no, I didn't think Liverpool at the races.
No, they weren't.
I mean, some of the top players, I think Virgil looked out of sorts yesterday. I think the fullback situation for Liverpool is massive at the minute because Kirk is just not the answer at the minute.
Well, Frimpong, I think, in that position, I think he's too. There's questions as to whether or not you drop Salah and play him further up, Frimpong.
See, it's a difficult one, but Salah at the minute, when he got dragged, I thought, oh my, you never see that Salah getting dragged.
No.
Isak hasn't got going yet. I thought Ekitike looked better when he came on. I thought Wirtz looked quite good when he came on, got involved in bits and bobs. But it's one of them where I just go, Liverpool have got their own internal problems. But for Manchester United, which is what we're talking about, I thought they played well. I thought the goalkeeper made some good saves.
Yeah.
Gakpo should have scored the header, though. The header on the 6-yard box, he put it wide.
Oh, my God. How did he miss
Great ball, and it puts it wide.
Yeah, our keeper looks good, right? But he hasn't really been tested yet.
Yeah, but that's a sign of he's been all right.
And I get you're going to get biased commentary, but oh my goodness, Jamie Carragher is so biased towards Liverpool. It's frightening. There was one bit where I can't remember who the Liverpool player was clean through, and our goalkeeper didn't come out as quick as he did and still saved the shot. Right? Do you remember that?
What was that again?
There was a Liverpool centre forward. I can't remember which one it was. It was clean through
this season.
In this game,
centre forward.
Yeah. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you because you're scratching your beard at the
right, there was a.
was
it Isak? So Isak was clean.
Yes,
through.
And it was a really good save from the goalkeeper.
Right, but Jamie Carragher said when they were replaying the action, he said, I thought the goalkeeper could have come out a lot quicker, and I'm like, he saved it. Yeah. How can you moan about that?
Yeah, no, but last season Isak scores that for Newcastle.
Yes, he does.
But do you know what it is? And it's a really good save, by the way. But he should score.
But he narrowed down the angle brilliantly.
Right, but still, Isak last season scores that.
Yeah.
But it's that pressure of chasing that first goal, man. You start to take things, and listen, it was a good contact with it, but you start to that things just don't go for you. And you can see with the way he's explaining at the minute, he's a little bit like, come on, when's it coming?
A couple of things about Liverpool, right? One is I think they've got too many players to fit into the front three. So the manager's going to constantly change his front three. So I think a football team's always better when it picks itself.
Yeah.
When everyone's fit.
No, that's the thing.
Right.
Like Liverpool had for years when they had the Mane, Firmino, Salah.
But now every week, Arne Slott's got to make a call.
Yeah.
I also think too much is being made on the fact they didn't get Mark Guehi. It almost sounds like an excuse, right? You didn't get Mark Guehi, but you have Virgil van Dijk, who's one of the best centre-halves we've ever seen in the Premier League.
Yep.
Whoever plays alongside him usually has an okay game. I know sometimes you've got one of the best goalkeepers we've ever seen in the Premier League. I know he's not fit at the moment.
Yeah, but Marinakis more than good enough.
The problem with Liverpool ain't you didn't get Mark Guehi, it's your fullbacks aren't good enough.
No.
That's the problem Liverpool have got.
Yeah, Kirk is at the minute. He crosses the ball when he should pass it. He's getting caught in between. And I always think, and take nothing away from Kirkers, I thought at Bournemouth last season he was exceptional. Like he's in a conversation.
Can I ask you a question with Kirkers? Right. So going forward, his crossing, excuse me, I thought was fantastic.
At Bournemouth.
Right? At Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I didn't really see too much of his defensive work. Did you? Have they bought a good defender or not?
Defender, I'm not quite sure. Going forward, he was brilliant. That's where his strength is. And I look at him yesterday, and I've said it before. When you're coming from Bournemouth, and take nothing away from him, I thought he was in the conversation for the best left back in the league last year. He was brilliant. I thought Robinson at Fulham was brilliant.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lewis Skelly come on, Lewis Hall.
Yeah.
Like there's good left backs, right? But he was certainly in the discussion as one of the best last season. But there's a big step up when you get playing that main man for Bournemouth and being main man for Liverpool. And not only that, you're coming into a side where arguably Robertson is one of the best left backs in Premier League history. I don't
know about that.
I'm not saying
a hell of a statement, that is.
Robinson, for what he's done for Liverpool.
Best left backs in Premier League history.
Look at his numbers. And tell me he's not. When you look at his numbers, I'll give you his numbers.
I'll think how many. Okay, when you come out of a statement,
the best is Ashley Cole.
No, but when you come out of a statement like that, how many do I need to mention for you to go? Okay, he's not one of the best. 5. If in the break I can come up with 5 better Premier League left backs.
At the minute, there's a few. You're gonna have Ashley Cole, Patrice Evra. They're the obvious two, right?
Yeah.
Then there's an argument. But you look at his numbers. His numbers are incredible. Andy Robinson.
I said Dennis Irwin was a better left back.
Okay, that's 3. Well, he's still in the discussion.
Okay, I think there's more than that, but go on.
But no, he when you're coming in to replace him, for Robertson, who's been brilliant for such a long time, it's going to be difficult. And he at the minute, he looks like he's struggling. But Liverpool right now, there's something missing. And what that something is, I don't quite know yet, because they went in there with the tried and trusted Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister, and it just didn't look like he could get
their next game away to Brentford.
Yeah.
Imagine they lose 5 on the bounce.
It can happen.
It can happen.
But no, take that away from your lot. I mean, as I said, I thought there were a number of good performances. Maguire obviously scoring the winner, your goalkeeper. I thought Dalla Ahmed ran himself into the ground. I thought Cunha was exceptional. And Brahma scored a really good goal. So it gives you something to build on. But this is my point. It's in the tea time takeaway, so I won't say it now. But you need this level of performance, whoever plays in this system.
That's what I think. Can't get excited yet. If we beat Brighton 2 or 3-0 at the weekend, and it's a good performance, like 1-0 penalty last minute, poor performance.
3 wins in a bout.
No. I'm saying I think it's all about the performance for United.
Yeah,
a comfortable win and a good performance. Then I'm like, okay, here we go. Otherwise, anything other than that, it's like, well, back to where we were. Because only game of the season, we played really well and we lost to you.
Yeah.
And it was like, can we build on that performance? And we never produced that again.
No. But no, it's fair play. You got the result, and there you go. You move on. But you're right. I like what Amram said. You enjoy tonight, because I remember last season. I think was it last season you drew
with who?
Liverpool.
2-2.
And everyone was going on about it for weeks and weeks. We drew with Liverpool.
Well, we played better in that game.
Honestly,
you played better in that game.
But at least this one you've won.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Well, listen, after 6 o'clock, Danny Murphy will be joining us live from the London Stadium. We've got live commentary of West Ham against Brentford. So we'll get Danny's view on all things Liverpool. So we'll do Liverpool then. So now we're going to concentrate on Manchester United. 03717 223344. What do you make of Ruben Amorim? 03717 223344. Dial that. You'll be next, live on Drive on talkSPORT. Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, we'll find out what Benny's 7-Up and his tea time takeaway on tomorrow's show. Good work there, Goldstein. Just quickly, Rangers have appointed Danny Rose as their new head coach despite ruling himself out less than a week ago. Graham Potter has been appointed as the new Sweden manager on a short-term deal as they attempt to qualify for the World Cup. Imagine if he gets them there.
He probably will do. The pressure over here, I think the pressure over here was too much for him.
Former Villa striker Bare Bonhof was alongside Jeff Stelling on the Breakfast Show this morning. Said Man United rode their luck at Anfield yesterday. Disgrace.
You've got to give them praise, haven't you, Jeff? You've got to, because of getting a result there. But let's be honest, the chances Liverpool missed, Liverpool should have won the game. So, but it's hard not to give Manchester United credit. I mean,
United missed chances as well.
Yeah, but not as many as Liverpool. I mean, Bruno Fernandes has got to score that one, hasn't he? Where he hits the post, he can reverse it to the opposite corner. But Gakpo hitting the post, was it 4 times?
I never understand that. I can only assume that's just bitterness.
What do you mean?
Well, when you say he rode you like he missed chances, if he hit the post, he's missed.
Yeah, but I mean, he should score.
Missed.
Yeah, but he should score.
Well, that's nothing to do with luck.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, so if he scores, is it luck?
Sometimes it depends how it goes in.
No, if he kicks the ball and it goes in.
No, he sometimes. I understand what Gabby's saying.
No, it's just bitterness.
No, it's not bitter. If he's hitting a post, hitting the bar,
it's not on target.
Yeah, it's unlucky. It's unfortunate.
Well, no, if it goes in, it's on target. That's not luck, is it?
Honestly,
you can't. Factually, you can't have one and not the other.
Yeah, no, but my point is,
if it goes in, it's not luck. But if it hits the post, it is luck.
Yeah, but if they hit the post 3 times, you go, he's unlucky.
Well, he's missed it 3 times.
Yeah, but he's unlucky.
No, he's not.
He is.
What's he aiming for? The goal?
No, but he's aiming
for the goal.
He's aiming for the corners.
Well, he's missed it then.
Yeah, but get it. It's still unlucky that he's hit the post.
Be better.
No, honestly. See, this is the problem. This is why people.
No, I'm serious. You can't. You can't cite.
This is why people hate you.
No. I told you I'm like Princess Diana. I'm loved. You can't cite.
Throwing yourself in that category.
You can't cite hitting the post as unlucky.
If a player hits at the weekend,
Forest. It's unfortunate.
Forest hit the post and the bar in the same.
Hit it on target then,
mate. It was over his head.
Which I don't know what you want me to say. Is it on target?
No, you got to give it. It's unlucky. Come on.
All right, you know, in the last minute, who scored the hat-trick for Palace? Was it Mateta, right? The last minute, he's got a chance, right?
Yeah.
Open goal, and he skied it,
yeah.
right? If it hits the post, inside the 6-yard box, is that lucky? Is that unlucky?
No,
bad miss?
I'd say he has to score it, but he's unlucky. That's what
is it a bad miss? Is my question.
Yeah, but it's
is it a bad miss?
Yeah, but it's still unlucky.
Is it a bad miss?
It's unlucky. Though.
I know, but is it?
Yes, but my
right, yeah, that's what I want. Yes, so he's missed it.
No, my line would be it's a bad miss. If it's the post, it's unlucky. That
bad miss.
Unlucky though.
Unlucky though because it's a bad miss.
Honestly, Andy, come on.
Let's go to Ollie, a Man United fan. Hi, Ollie. How you doing?
Hi.
Oh, that's not good. Like, Ollie.
What atmosphere? Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Now I can, Ollie. Yes. How are you?
Yeah. What game, what vibe, what atmosphere. The fans were all together. It's one of the best games I've seen, and I couldn't tell you how long. Even we felt close to the players again. Everything about yesterday's game was like watching Manchester United, what I haven't seen in years. It was just absolutely incredible. And yes, Liverpool were good. Yes, they did miss chances. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is we scored 2, they scored 1, we've won the game. And yes, next Saturday will be a tough game. And as you say, it's about moving on the next game, the next 4 or 5 fixtures, in my opinion. Yes, we've got Tottenham away, Forest away. But in my mind, we should be getting minimum 10, 12 points out of the next 5 games. And then suddenly, that's 7 games undefeated, and we're on a good run. And Ruben Amorim is finally understanding with us fans that if he helps us, we help them. And it's fantastic.
I know it's a bit early. My point is a bit early to get. You just said we win 7 games on the bounce now. It's a bit early to get excited, is my point.
No, I said remain undefeated in 7 games.
Yeah,
remain undefeated. But at the end of the day, we're Manchester United, and we've got to have that belief and confidence. If we want to be, I mean, last season was was awful. I know it, and you know it. But at the end of the day, because you've got to go season by season, and Bremo was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And as a Manchester United fan, it's just nice having a day in work today, smiling and being really happy that your football teams put you in such a good mood, rather than going, oh God, here we go. It's like, wow, thank you, Manchester United.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Let me take as many calls as I can. Let's go to Shoab. Hi, Shoab. I know he's gone. Finley. Finley?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Finley. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You?
I'm good, man. Off you go.
Yeah, off you go. Right, I was just thinking about this. I don't know, being like completely honest in my opinion. I think Ruben Amorim has probably had a bit of an harder time than probably he should have. I think about it like this. You take over a team midway through a season who's already struggling and failing. It was a bit of damage limitation. But we're better than what we were at this point last season. I also think that...
Sorry, have you got the radio on in the background?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I can't hear what you're saying because you're coming out 5 seconds later than what you're saying. Turn it off.
Yeah, I got it off.
Okay, go on.
Right, yeah. So I think the first game of the season, we battered Arsenal. We dominated that game. We probably should have won that game, right? Against Fulham, Fernandes misses a penalty. You know, we win that game 2-1, right? So we'll take a point on Arsenal and an extra 2 points on Fulham. We'll forget about Brentford because we lost 3-1 in the end, even though we did miss a penalty.
Hold on. You've lost me.
Okay.
You're talking about in a fantasy world, right?
No, I'm not talking about a fancy world. I'm saying if we'd beat Fulham,
we didn't.
Got a point against Arsenal, would people be sitting there now saying, "Oh, we're in a title"?
Yeah, but we did. That's not saying if we would have beaten Spurs in the Europa League final, we'd be playing Champions League final.
We were in a different form then.
No, but I'm saying you can't say if.
Yeah, but that's even like at the weekend though. Liverpool missed that many chances. If Liverpool would have scored their 4 chances they got.
Yeah, you can't say if.
No, I don't know. I disagree. I think we're in a better moment than what we were at this point last season. We're doing better things. We look more threatening. We look more attacking. And I think we've had a bit of an hard time off the press and the media. I'm not saying you two guys because I know you're a United fan, one of you. But, you know, I think that we'll surprise 2 people this season. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win the Premier League. I'm not even going to sit here and say we're going to win the Champions League, but get in the Champions League. But what I am going to say is I think we're going to play a better brand of football, a better level of football.
Yeah.
We'll pick up some good points. And, you know what? I think we'll be in and around the 5th or 6th place. Maybe, you know, doing a bit better in competitions. And I think as this goes on, I think that in the next couple of years, we'll be back where we need to be. And back
you can't.
Wowzers. You beat Liverpool once, and all of a sudden now, you're back winning 12 in a row.
That's the problem with football fans, isn't it?
Gee, honestly.
A couple of years with the boat race in the World Cup.
Honestly.
Everyone calm down. That's my point. It means nothing, but wait till Brighton at the weekend.
That tells me.
Oh, my God.
It just tells me how bad you lot have been, that you get one result and all of a sudden...
everyone's desperate.
And everyone's like, do you know what? That's it. 14 wins in a row. Champions League. Challenge Liverpool next year.
Like people like WhatsApp me or whatever. Change your mind on Ruben. Not yet, I haven't. No.
People get carried away, don't they?
No, because we're playing a Liverpool team that, not on his knees, but, you know, is far from the Liverpool we expected.
Yeah.
Right? If we beat Brighton comfortably at home the weekend, then I'll go, okay, well, this is interesting.
That's like Tottenham fans for me, honestly. When Arsenal were drawing, not losing, drawing at Tottenham, I checked my Instagram. Spurs fan, see? Bottling it again, ain't you?
Yeah.
Oh, funny that.
Yeah.
What happened yesterday? Honestly, drawing, not even losing.
Incredible, isn't it? Man United fan, calm down. I mean, the last fella, 2 years' time, we'll win everything. Just everyone calm down too early. Still to come, we'll find out what Benty's serving up in his takeaway tomorrow. First, it's time for no Googling. Yesterday was only the second time there has been a goal within the opening 2 minutes of a Premier League game between Liverpool and Manchester United. What was the other? All right, or who scored? They mentioned this in comms yesterday, actually, if you're watching it on the telly. Yesterday was only the second time there had been a goal within the opening 2 minutes of a Premier League game between United and Liverpool. Who scored the other time? The answer to that and more coming up live on talkSPORT after this.
With Forest in flux, new pastures are yet to bloom in East London. It's been a mixed start for Nuno at West Ham, who's only taken 1 point from his opening 2 matches in the Premier League. But with Brentford on the menu this evening, the Hammers boss says he's not trying to overcomplicate things.
What I'm doing is try to improve, realizing that the home factor is really important. And like I said to you before, I think it's up to us now to go closer to the fans, to make them support us and help us, so we can change everything and become a real fortress.
West Ham could go level on points with Brentford with a win in talkSPORT's exclusive commentary tonight. The Bees haven't exactly made a rip-roaring start to the season either, winning just 2 of their opening 7. Keith Andrews says there's been plenty of work going on behind the scenes.
How connected we are as a team when we're out the ball, when we press, how we press, communication within that. I think a lot of it is relationships. Speak about that a lot on the grass in meetings.
Our coverage is underway from 7. Kick-off is at 8. And the son of England legend Stuart Pearce has been tragically killed in a tractor crash. Gloucestershire police confirmed Harley Pearce, aged 21, died at the scene in Wickham last Thursday. His sister Chelsea has paid tribute, calling him a golden boy with an infectious smile. Everyone here at talkSPORT sent our heartfelt condolences to our friend and colleague Stuart and his family.
talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. I've started dressing autumnal.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
Autumnal. Autumnal, is that the word?
Bro, just stop.
Yeah, no.
Just for the cold weather.
No, but it's called autumnal.
Joe,
autumnal.
Joe, it's painful.
What do you think? You like the colour? What colour is this?
No, it's like a neutral brown colour. I like.
You like it?
I like the fit today. Neutral colours.
Autumnal. Before the break, what?
Go on, Karen.
Go on, what are you going to say?
No, I'll say after you do this.
Before the break, I asked a question. What was the question? Oh, yeah. Yesterday was only the second time that there had been a goal within the opening 2 minutes of a Man United Liverpool game. Who scored the other time? I'll give you a clue, right? His first name is when something's got a hole in it and it's carrying water. You go, it's a bit...
Leaky?
Oh, that's the word.
Leaky.
That's his first name. And the second word is a mode of transport that people in caps use. What are they driving?
Train drivers.
No.
What did you say, sorry? Lorry drivers.
Another word for a lorry in America.
Big rig.
No.
That's what I like.
Yeah. I'm a driver. Driver.
Truck driver.
Right. But just the first bit.
Truck.
That's his name.
Leaky truck.
Yeah. Scored the goal for Man United.
Leaky truck.
In 1995.
Not your boy.
Who?
Sharp.
No.
Leaky truck.
Oh, you've just said it. That's unbelievable clue.
Leaky truck.
You've got to get
Nicky
that.
Butt.
Yes, Nicky Butt. Still to come, we'll be joined live from the London Stadium with Danny Murphy ahead of West Ham against Brentford. Live on talkSPORT. What were you going to say to me?
And as I said, that's something completely different because we've got to talk about this.
It's fine. We've got time. We've got about a minute.
I said concerts coming. You've been to Gervais recently, haven't you?
Yes, I went last week.
Concert coming up. Wu-Tang Clan coming over here. Fancy going to that?
I'd love to.
You wouldn't go to that.
Well, I'll wear my Nike Wu-Tang Clan
dunks. The most uncomfortable dunks ever, by the way. Yeah,
right.
Geez.
Where are they playing?
So I'm hoping they're coming to London.
All right, so you don't even know.
I know they're in Manchester, but I need to go and see them.
People with the Wu-Tang Clan will be listening to this. They could probably hook us up.
Yeah, man, need that. Wu-Tang.
Yeah. But I think I'm away that day.
Yeah.
Time now for this.
The biggest cities in football on talkSPORT with the BYD Dolphin Surf, the EV that makes movement exhilarating. Find out more at byd.com.
Yeah, it's time now to take a look at the biggest cities in football with the BYD Dolphin Surf. Today, we're taking a look at the city of Birmingham, where there are, of course, two huge football clubs in Birmingham City and Aston Villa.
Do you know what? Those BYD cars,
yeah,
I've seen a couple of beautiful ones of them, by the way.
No,
I promise you, more people at my kids' school are driving them, and I've seen a couple. I've gone,
oh, are they the ones?
I've gone,
oh, I love them, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to have one of them. I mean, yeah.
I don't know what I'm joking, but I'm being realistic.
Love to have one of those BYD Dolphin Surf cars. I'd look good in one of them. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah. Between the two clubs, Birmingham and Aston Villa, they've won. How many trophies do you reckon between the two of them? Go on.
32.
Oh, 34.
Villa must have won about 30 of them.
25 from Villa. Let's start with them because they picked up a massive win away at Spurs yesterday. That means they've now won their last 5 games in all competitions. They sit 11th in the Premier League. Listen, it was a dreadful start for Aston Villa, but they've really found some form now. What's been behind their recent improvement, do you think?
Well, I just think players now are stepping back up again. You look at Morgan Rogers, we spoke about his performances. By the way, what about the goal? The goal at the weekend was, I know it wasn't nothing to do with Morgan Rogers, the pass from Matt Cash, the touch from
that one. Sorry.
No.
The pass from Matt Cash was obscene.
The touch was obscene from Lucadinho and the finish from Buendia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything. Whoever was, who was in Match of the Day studio yesterday in the evening? They said it was a PlayStation goal. That's the perfect description.
Yeah, the pass from Matt, the touch, everything was brilliant.
Pass from Matt Cash was frightening.
But the touch from Lucadinho, it could have gone over his head.
Down, yeah, it's unbelievable.
But no, yeah, they've all of a sudden, some of their better players have now started to step up. And the thing is, they've done that without Watkins as well. So he came off the bench.
Yeah.
I thought I like Onana and Kamara. I don't know why we can't see Onana play more like that because I think when he's that dominant, he's good. I've said it about Konza, man. For me, he's brilliant. Like, he is brilliant. He's turned himself into a proper top quality centre half. And it's working now. But I always knew that they'd be back, Villa, because they've got Unai Emery in charge.
Yeah.
And
it was a blip because they've got such a good manager and such a good group of players.
Exactly. So it was always going to be a momentary blip. But the fact that they get this result against Spurs, fair play to them going away. And I thought they'd win this fixture.
Did you?
I think I put it on the BT when we did the BT on Friday. I'm sure I said 2-1 Villa. But great result. And they've now started to get back to what they did, back to basics.
Where do you think Villa can finish this season?
In Europe again.
What part of Europe?
Seventh.
Okay, so Europa League.
Yeah, but I think they'll definitely be in Europe again.
Yeah, they need another striker.
Yes, like Mallon's doing a great job. To be fair, up there in Watkins' absence, but they need one more.
Yeah, I agree.
Imagine if they had Durant and Watkins again still.
Yeah.
I do. They definitely.
Well, I know we're not talking about Spurs, but oh my goodness, they desperately need a striker, don't they?
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm going to turn that over in a minute.
What?
Because I haven't got your.
You have.
I know, but I haven't got your input.
What a goal!
Come on,
Joe. We just talked about Leao.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's something missing about Spurs. I don't know what it is. They've got a number of good players, but for whatever reason, when they're not clicking. Like
Matthias Tell ain't the answer.
No, but I didn't think it was anyway. I like Odegaard. I think he could be good. But for going one up as well so early in the way that Spurs started, I thought okay.
No.
But no, just couldn't hang on to it.
Let's talk about the other side. Birmingham, they had probably really high hopes actually going into the new season. The 17th they are. How disappointed will they be with their start? They lost 3-2 to, I think it was Hull at the weekend, Saturday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they will be because they've got a good team. Spent a bit of money. I mean, last season was a walk in the park. I don't care about people going, they won it, and they did. But the amount of money they spent 15 million on one player in League One on Jay Stansfield, and he's actually got quite a few goals this season. But they've got some good players. Patrick Roberts, they signed him. I really like him. Damari Gray's obviously gone back there as well. They've just, for whatever reason, it's hard. And the Championship is one of those divisions where you might think that you're going into it with a product and you think, do you know what? Yeah, this should be good enough to get us to where we want to get to. And it still might be at some point. But there's so many good teams in there. I mean, if Drew Wrexham the week before, they probably would have they would have played against Sheffield Wednesday and thought at home Sheffield Wednesday were struggling, obviously financially and the owner situation. They would have looked at that one and gone, we'll get 3 points there. They only draw 2-2. They get smashed by Coventry 3-0. It's just one of them where the Championship can be relentless. Where if you're in that vein of form where you can't win a game and it just rolls on and on, it's hard to get out of it. But once you get that feel-good factor and you're winning games, and because it comes around so quickly, Tuesday, Saturday, you get in that positive mind frame. But at the minute, Birmingham having a bit of a tough time.
You spent a few seasons at Villa. You never got to play in the derby, did you?
No, they're in the Championship.
It'd be great.
Well, I scored against Birmingham a number of times, though.
Yeah, okay. It'd be great to have that fixture back, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Joe's the master of that fixture, Gabby.
Go on. Do you know his goal?
He would, honestly. There were times, he must have scored 4 or 5 goals in that fixture. But whenever, even if he was out of form, weren't scoring goals, if that fixture come, he'd score. Must ask him how many he got in that fixture.
Ask him. That was a look at the biggest cities in football, thanks to our wonderful friends at BYD Dolphin Surf.
The biggest cities in football on talkSPORT with the BYD Dolphin Surf. Why just drive the city when you can surf it? Find out more at byd.com.
I'd look really good in one of those BYD cars, wouldn't I? Really good.
I'm looking at the Dolphin Surf here.
Love them. Love them. Anyway, that's a question for another day. When we come back, we'll have some fun with the best bits of talkSPORT. And then, of course, a reminder from 6 o'clock, we'll be speaking to Danny Murphy about his Liverpool team. Oh, dear, I can't wait for that. He is live at the London Stadium ahead of West Ham against Brentford. That one is live on talkSPORT. We'll have teamies for you in the last hour. And then, as always, after a big night of football, the boys on the Sports Bar from 10 will be taking your calls. quick today. That's what I just said.
This is Rapido.
Rapido. talkSPORT. Some of the arguments we have are fantastic, aren't they? Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, is alongside still to come. We'll be joined by the Magnet, the Smurf, Danny Murphy, live from the London Stadium ahead of West Ham against Brentford. It's live on talkSPORT tonight. Team news as well coming your way. Just quickly, Graham Potter has been appointed as the new Sweden manager on a short-term deal as they attempt to qualify for the World Cup.
Graham.
Isn't that nuts, right? He got the bullet from West Ham. He got the bullet from Chelsea. He could be going to the World Cup. That's why we love football. Chelsea are in talks to appoint former Liverpool Director of Scouting and Recruitment, Dave Fallows, as well. Right, time now for this.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
It's got a text about the car.
Did you? Who from?
Doesn't matter. Hey, listen, we've got... Paddy's Performers.
Time now, Paddy's Performance in association with Drive's official betting partner, Paddy Power. Today, we're looking back at a great weekend of football action, nominate players we think made a difference, and more Paddy's Performers. So I've gone for, this is no surprise to you, I've gone for Harry Maguire.
Think outside the box.
No. Listen here, my friend. Doesn't always get picked for Man United. Used to be the captain. Come in for a lot of stick. Doesn't play for England anymore. Stepped up for United. Shut up. Scored the winner.
All the different performances you could have gone with, you went with that one.
What? Scoring the winner at Anfield for the first time in 19 years we've won.
Brilliant. That's it. You could have gone with that. Someone like Danny Welbeck. Brilliant. Was brilliant this weekend. 2 goals.
Against
34.
Against who?
Doesn't matter. Honestly.
Sorry. Score at Anfield at... No, mate, you got that wrong. You're miles off. You're miles off there.
One-trick pony.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Jean. Why don't you go for Danny Welbeck?
No, because I thought he was coming in my takeaways tomorrow.
That's
weird. Mateta, yeah, he's... everything that had gone on with him as well, with the whole Zaha thing and the laughing at him and the kind of back and forth, I thought his performance this weekend was incredible. All goals were good. Should have scored the winner right at the very end. But, I mean, for me, I'm not a child, but I love his celebration. I do it around the house. Yeah. How weird's that? I did it, obviously, the cross, jump, pretend I'm kicking a corner flag.
Just got the fourth, though.
Yeah, but still, hat-trick, he is brilliant, he is.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Man United to beat Brighton, huge game. That's this Saturday, 21-10. That's just over evens, just. Mateta to score first against AEK on Thursday, 13-5. There's Paddy's Performers for today. Catch up with the latest odds at paddypower.com, 18 plus only. begambleaware.org.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, time for the best of talkSPORT and friends. So we're running through some of the recent moments from across talkSPORT. Let's start with talkSPORT's live and exclusive commentary of Forest and their 3-0 home defeat to Chelsea. Sam Matterface and the wonderful Troy Deeney were on comms. And they started looking at the crowd.
Well, we told you 5 minutes ago that Evangelos Marinakis has left his seat. He's still not back. Is he having a number 2? I knew you were going to ask that. I don't know why I said it. I knew it. As soon as that came out of my lips, I thought, why? Why?
Do you know what's funny about that clip? I heard that live. It was Reshman's laugh I could hear in the background. It made me laugh.
Very funny. When was the last time that you had a number... Oh, no. When was the last time that you left something early?
Probably went up to the pub with you lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a very good answer.
Probably.
What's the most important thing you've missed because you were on the toilet?
I mean, not a lot.
What question's that, Joe?
No, yeah, not really. Not really lots going on while I'm on the toilet, to be honest.
What's the longest you can sit on the toilet for? Are you one of those sit on there for a couple of hours?
I could if I have to, but I don't.
Obviously, if you have to, you do. But I'm saying, some people go in with a newspaper.
And I ain't doing all that.
I can't do that. What do you make of the toilets at talkSPORT?
Spotless.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, they clean them so much that sometimes you have to lift your feet because they're in the cubicle with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, just cleaning it.
Yeah.
Live football never stops. Straight after us tonight, we're building up to West Ham against Brentford.
On to the weekend breakfast where Shabana Hearn was alongside big Tony Cascarino. Here's Shaban introducing Tony to the R&B star Neo, a man with no fewer than 4 girlfriends.
He's with them all at the same time.
Oh, at the same time? Oh, lucky man, eh? Well, I won't be going there.
It's just a whole lot of work, isn't it?
God, 4?
Think of all the...
Is that like, hold it, so he's not married to any of them then?
No, he's not married to any of them, but he's... What's the word for it? Is it polyamorous?
He's lucky.
He's lucky.
What do you think Neo and his girlfriends chat about?
Oh, they said he's not married to... No, it's illegal, Tony, to be married to a foreign. What do you think he talks to his girl? I reckon if he's dating foreign, he's got no time to talk, is he?
Why? How would you manage if you had three... I mean, how would you manage if you had 3 extra girlfriends?
What sort of question? I'm happily married. What sort of question is that? Disgraceful. I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't send them emojis or gifts going, oh, be my teddy bear. That's what you did, Jack, wasn't it, at the weekend, you plonker?
When's the last time you got in trouble at home?
I don't really get in trouble.
No. You get to a certain point where you just don't, do you?
No, nothing for me to get in trouble about. I go to work, come home. What's that face for?
Weekend breakfast returns this Saturday. Shaban and Tony will be with you from 6 a.m.
I'll tell you what it is I get in trouble for.
Buying trainers.
Yeah.
That's why I look to you.
Yeah, I've got way too many now. Mrs. G's not at me. Your fault. We finished with a clip from, this week's 21 Minutes to Go. It comes out every Monday. Me and Cundy. Here's me pretending to be Simon Cowell. I don't remember this. Auditioning the fun boy on Britain's Got Talent. That's it, Scooby-Doo.
I've just forgotten. I was about to go do Popeye first.
No. What's Scooby-Doo first? Said Popeye.
That boy Pluto.
Okay, very good. But to get to camp, you need one more. Come on, one quickly.
Need another cartoon.
Just anything, Jason. To get through.
That boy Scooby.
That's the same too.
I never had a conversation.
I'm just checking. That's what's on the pod.
That's very funny.
No, serious question. That's what I'm...
It's very funny because it's in the middle of something. He's very funny.
I'm just checking. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering if
you've not heard one yet.
If that's what I'm subscribing to, that.
Yeah, that's Cundy trying to go in Britain's Got Talent.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Just checking, that's all.
Do an impression for me right now.
No.
Okay. What's your favourite cartoon?
Growing up.
Do you remember Planet of the Apes?
He-Man was...
No, Battle of the Planets.
Captain Planet. Who's that? That's Captain Planet, isn't it?
Well, I'm guessing if Captain Planet's the jingle, then yeah. Do you not remember Battle of the Planets?
No.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum.
No. He-Man was my favourite growing up.
Is it? Any others?
Mask. Not The Mask. Mask.
I don't remember that.
Thundercats.
You like that, did you? Thunder. Didn't like that.
Do you used to like Stingray? People forget about that. So you had Thunderbirds, which was like the puppet things.
Yeah.
Remember Stingray? Same thing. Similar.
No. Do you remember Joe 90? Before your time, you don't.
No. Do you remember Land of the Giants?
No, yes, after me.
Oh my God, no, Saturday morning. People would shrink and land in a fishbowl.
Here's one for everyone of my age. Here we go. Do you remember Space 1999?
No.
Now, that was unbelievable.
Was it, yeah?
I mean, that wasn't a cartoon. Were all yours cartoons you just mentioned?
Was Stingray and Thunderbirds weren't, and Land of the Giants weren't either.
Right, so no. If you had to audition for Britain's Got Talent, what would you do? You can't be football.
Probably sing, dance, something like that.
You juggle?
You know I can juggle, I told you.
But you've said that before, but I've never seen it.
I can juggle with 7 pieces.
You're such a liar.
Nah, 3's max. 3.
Okay, there's a fruit thing out there. When we come back at 6, you're going to be juggling 3.
No, me and you, I'll go out there and do it in the break.
Okay, I'll video it.
No,
you have to prove you can do it.
No, I don't need to video it to prove it.
You can buy 21 Minutes to Go. It's a brand new podcast. Go get it. The latest one's out now. Go download it. 21 Minutes to Go. And of course, you can find all of our other shows on the talkSPORT app. We can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment.
Inspector Gadget was a big boy cartoon as well.
Yeah. What's the name of was it his daughter or the girl that...
Penny.
Well done. What was the name of the dog?
Scooter Frank.
What are you laughing for?
Rodent.
Oi! You're
you can feel laughing his head off. You can feel laughing his head off.
No, what are you laughing at? Well, I'll have you know that my dog's allowed in the house. Not like Ghost, who lived up to his name. When we come back, we're building up to a big night of football at London Stadium. West Ham take on Brentford. Excuse me. We'll have team news for you in the last hour. And the Magnet, the Smurf, and the Liverpool fan. Oh, yeah. Danny Murphy will be our guest when we come back. Stay with us for the last hour drive on talkSPORT right after this.
With Forest in flux, new pastures are yet to bloom in East London. It's been a mixed start for Nuno at West Ham, who's only taken 1 point from his opening 2 matches in the Premier League. But with Brentford on the menu this evening, the Hammers boss says he's not trying to overcomplicate things.
What I'm doing is try to improve, realizing that the home factor is really important. And like I said to you before, I think it's up to us now to go closer to the fans, to make them support us and help us.
West Ham could go level on points with Brentford with a win in talkSPORT's exclusive commentary tonight. The Bees haven't exactly made a rip-roaring start to the season either, winning just 2 of their opening 7. Keith Andrews says there's been plenty of work going on behind the scenes.
How connected we are as a team when we're out the ball, when we press, how we press, communication within that. I think a lot of it is relationships. Speak about that a lot.
Our coverage is underway from 7. Kick-off is at 8. Now, there's been plenty of movement at Forest today after Andrew was sacked on Saturday. It's our understanding that Sean Dyche is close to becoming the Forest boss, which Martin O'Neill says is fine.
I think they probably feel as if they're in a bit of trouble now, and that would be a surprise, really. But I don't think they are. I think they've got the wherewithal to be in a better position than they are. But overall, I think Sean going in there now, I noticed he was looking for a long-term contract. Good luck with that, mate.
Forest welcome Porto to the City Ground in the Europa League on Thursday, live on talkSPORT. Meanwhile, Simon Jordan's not overly impressed. The Rangers' managerial hunt has taken place out in the open for all to see. The latest development is that Danny Roll is back in the running, having previously pulled out. Simon's suggesting it may be a case of too many cooks.
You've now got the owners in the room. The owners can't sell it either. So you're in this situation where, you know, who's running the football club and how is it being run properly?
And the son of England legend Stuart Pearce has been tragically killed in a tractor crash. Gloucestershire police confirmed Harley Pearce, aged 21, died at the scene in Wickham last Thursday. His sister Chelsea has paid tribute, calling him a golden boy with an infectious smile. Everyone here at talkSPORT sent our heartfelt condolences to our friend and colleague Stuart and his family.
Welcome back to Last Hour Drive and talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here.
It's like a poodle.
Good point. Still can't be finding out more about West Ham's protest at the London Stadium tonight. That is, of course, ahead of their game at home to Brentford. It's a game you can hear live and exclusive on talkSPORT.
It's going to be a slog. We look at ourselves, we take responsibility. We're the ones that play week in, week out.
And our priority is now that we compete, more togetherness, more unity, more desire.
There's never going to be a convenient time for this boycott. We just have to do it.
And it's about time we started getting behind the players and the team. The ball are going nowhere, we all know that.
We've won 2 home games at that stadium in 2025.
And Nuno's got to be the one somehow to try and lift the fans, the players.
You know, if I go back to 2019, I joined the club in the Championship.
It finishes at the G-Tech. Brentford 0, Manchester City 1.
So a couple of weeks ago where we're coming off the pitch and we're disappointed that we haven't got a point against Manchester City at home. That's the difference. That's the expectations now that surround Brentford.
Jensen's going to go for goal and win the game with an absolute stunner.
Yeah, Nuno Espirito Santo takes charge of his first home game as West Ham manager tonight, and they welcome Brentford live right here on talkSPORT. But also the game which has West Ham fans have threatened to boycott in protest over the ownership. Nuno has been speaking to the media ahead of tonight's game. He asked for unity from the fans.
I wish they hold there. I hope that all our fans could join us and help us facing Brentford, because it's going to be very tough. And like I said, and it's an honest reflection, it's up to us now to give back to the fans so they can come closer and support us.
We'll have more on that a bit later on, but let's look ahead to the game. Former Premier League midfielder, your co-commentator on talkSPORT tonight, big Liverpool fan, so we'll definitely have time from about 6:15 to talk about that. To Danny Murphy, who joins us now. Smurf?
Good evening, boys.
How are you?
How are you?
All good, all good.
Lovely.
Nice warm evening, actually.
Is it?
Yep.
Good.
Missed the rain.
All right, okay. There's a nasty echo on the line. If people can hear that, it's something that we can do. I do apologise. Dan, good to have you on the show. We'll talk about Liverpool from about 6:15. Let's concentrate on West Ham, because Nuno has taken charge of, 2 games so far, draw with Everton, and, of course, that defeat at Arsenal. You must have seen signs of improvement, though, in those 2 games, or not? Is it too early?
Well, I thought the Everton game in particular was much improved. I was at the game, and they were well organised. They were a threat. It looked like a different team, to be honest with you. It looked like they had a real plan. I thought Graham Potter's West Ham was caught in between trying to be a footballing side and then not quite sure what to do defensively at times. They got opened up too easily, but it was a much better performance than Everton. I think the Arsenal game's a difficult one to judge because you're playing a side that's better in quality, physically better. And, the one thing about the Arsenal the game, I suppose you could say, is that they defended set pieces better, because as we all know, West Ham this season on set pieces have been nothing short of abysmal.
How does Nuno then, Murph, kind of rebuild this connection between the fans? Because they're talking about protests tonight, and I just think West Ham are in such a bad place right now, and I understand it. They want the owners out, but that's not going to happen. We know that. So they know that the players need the supporters' help, because West Ham supporters, when they're behind their team, make that place really, really intimidating to go to. How does Nuno repair that? Because they need the supporters.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is win some football matches and give everyone something to sing about and feel happy about when they come to this stadium and watch the games. I don't think the boycott tonight, depending how big it is, will affect the players too much, because there's still going to be a huge crowd here. There's still a self-pride that, when you know what it is, Benny, when you go on the pitch, you're not just playing for the fans in the stadium, you're playing for your family, your manager, your teammates. They've just got to get the job done on the pitch and let that look after itself. I don't think that's going to have an effect on the players tonight. I really don't. I actually think the one thing that they need to be in the next few weeks, including tonight, even though they're at home, is like they were at Everton, really hard to play against. Nice and compact. Good distances between the lines. Don't worry that you don't. The thing is, when you play at home sometimes, Benny, you know it, you get the fans can sometimes force you into going to press and try and play on the front foot more, when really it's not the way to play. So I think we'll see a pragmatic performance from West Ham, and I actually fancy them to get something tonight.
If you're right that the home fans could potentially do that, because then you want to go and show the fans that you're there for the fight. But I look at West Ham's team, and they've got some really good players, right? But the lack of centre forward in their team, because I think, and you'd have played in teams like this, well, we were in one at Charlton. I just thought to myself, if we kept it tight, there'd be an opportunity for me to get a goal, someone to get a goal. I look at this West Ham team, if it's not Bowen, who's going to get the goal?
Well, I think that's a fair point. I would say that on a couple of occasions I've seen West Ham this season, Fulkrug's had moments where he looks like his link-up's good, he's a presence, he's a goal threat now. Very hard to judge him when he hasn't played all the games, and also in a team that's lacking confidence and creativity, there's not too much service going into him. But I think he could score some goals. I'm not saying he's going to be prolific, but I think he knows the role, and I think he's big enough and ugly enough to be courageous on the ball. I thought his link-up at Everton was really good. I think he's got a bit about him, and then if you are fit, I mean, if he's not training well, or you're not thinking you want someone who doesn't possess pace and you want someone to run in behind a little bit more, then put Bowen up there. I mean, he's the one thing, if you play Bowen down the middle, and I know it's not his best position, but it stops him having to defend. And he uses all his energy then to run the channels and get on the ball and dribble past people, because he's a terrific player, as you know.
Yeah. Listen, this is the first home game, and it comes, of course, for Nuno, and it comes against a side just 3 points above them in the table. How big a game is it, not just for West Ham, but for Brentford as well? Because I would imagine at the beginning of the season, they've got similar expectations as to league finishing. Would that be fair?
I think it would be fair from the outside looking in that would be about right. But I don't think West Ham fans put themselves on a level playing field with Brentford. I think West Ham would feel after Brentford's losses in the summer, losing a manager, losing 2 or 3 key players, West Ham would feel that they should be comfortably ahead of Brentford. I know that's not always reality, but I think West Ham fans think that. This game tonight, I think, is important, Andy, because they're both hovering a little bit. West Ham, it's more important for because you've got a new manager. I know Brentford got a new manager as well, but Brentford are a bit securer in their position. The pressure of the Brentford fans isn't the same. They've got a nice group of supporters who are on board with the owners. They're behind the new manager. This West Ham place is ready to go off, isn't it? The fans with the owners now. I mean, this boycott tonight is a big deal. We'll wait and see how big, but it's a little bit unfair on the new manager. But as I said before, the players, when you're playing and things aren't going well, and I've had moments in my career where you're at a club where things aren't going well and there's discontent, you just can only do your job. You've got to stay really focused, do your job, and don't let that enter. And I think that the simplest thing he did at Everton when I watched West Ham is he made the messaging really simple, Nuno. The players all knew what they were doing when they didn't have the ball. And then when they had the ball, when they grew in confidence a little bit, they knew who was going to go forward, who was going to stay. They went to a back four. Fullbacks didn't go very far. All those little things, simple messaging. Because when you're down there and your confidence is low, you don't want it too complicated.
No.
Not too much information.
No, and you're 100%. I think both of these sides maybe lack a little bit of confidence. But talk to me, Murph, about the impact you think Jordan Henderson's made at Brentford, because I thought he started off really well.
Done well, hasn't he? I think he looks, well, he's always been fit. I mean, that's his biggest, his athleticism and ability to get about, even at his age, is credit to him and testimony to the way he conducts himself and looks after himself. I think the one thing that we've seen a little bit of from Jordan that maybe we haven't seen enough of because we know he's capable is some wonderful passing. You know, the way Brentford play on the counter sometimes, he's getting his head up and he's hitting these diags and these balls in behind that it's not really something he's renowned for, but he's showing that he's got that in his locker, and it suits him in a way, playing with such pace ahead of him that they've got Brentford high up the pitch, because then it gives him the option to play those passes. But yeah, his influence has been hugely important, especially after losing Norgard to your mob, because he was brilliant for Brentford, the captain, good footballer, clever player. So he's come in there and filled that void, and we all know he's going to be good around the training ground and stuff. That's a given, but I actually, be honest, I've been a bit surprised how good he's been.
Yeah, me too. I mean, not surprising in terms of he's a good player, but you're right, like how much he had left in terms of his range of passing. And I think that could be pivotal tonight, because when I look at the way that Brentford play, and I know you think West Ham might get something, I look at Kilman and Mavropanos if they play, and they're slow. And when I look at the front three of Brentford in Otara, Thiago and Kevin Schade, I think they could really exploit West Ham with that pace that they've got.
It's a good point, yeah. I mean, the difficulty when you've got a back four that ain't rapid against speedy forwards is that where do you hold your line?
Yeah.
You know, do you drop off at home and be pragmatic, which I think they will, by the way, or do you play a high line and take the risk? I can't see Nuno. I've never really seen Nuno's team do that. So I think they'll condense that space. I don't think there'll be big spaces in behind, and maybe you'll see West Ham sit off Brentford a little bit and let them have some possession, which I don't think is a bad thing.
No.
Okay. Before I get a prediction as to what the score will be, do you think...
Should we have a bet, Benty, then? Should we have a bet?
Oh, go on, then.
I'll give you Brentford. I'll take West Ham. Draw, no bet.
No,
hold on.
I'm away from home.
Yeah, if he's away from home, you've got to give him the draw as well.
All right, you can have a draw.
All right, £100 for charity.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Blimey, I don't know which one of you want to lose. Murph, what will the score be?
I'm going to go... Whoa. Sorry, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I thought it was Jack.
You just opened your wallet?
2-1. West Ham.
2-1 to West Ham. That'd have been funny if you'd predicted Brentford to win. Smurf, stay there because when we come out, I can't wait to talk to you about Liverpool.
I've been looking forward to it, I have to admit.
Me too.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll come back to the wonderful Danny Murphy in just a moment. A reminder, we got live and exclusive commentary of West Ham against Brentford tonight. Build-up begins when we come off air at 7. And afterwards, the boys on the Sports Bar take your calls from 10. Team News as well coming up in the next half an hour. Stay with us. This is Drive on talkSPORT. Drive and TalkSport, me Andy Goldstein, superstar is Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll be getting team news from TalkSport's exclusive commentary of West Ham against Brentford tonight. Just quickly, Forest are expected to appoint Sean Dyche as their new manager. Everton defender Jared Branthwaite is set for a spell on the sidelines, so he needs a hamstring operation. We wish him well with that. And we can hear from the Liverpool manager, Arne Slot, speaking after yesterday's tonking at home to Man United. And he praised his new signings, would you believe?
If you look at today, and if you look at Chelsea, and if you look at Everton, we've played with a lot of similar players that we had last season. But yeah, the ones we've left, we've replaced. And also today, I think we can only be very positive about the new players we've brought in. Foriobi, it's great second half. Hugo Ekitike's, what he did was also very special. And Jeremy Frimpong, who only came in for 10 minutes, was able to create a 100% chance for Cody Gakpo. So as long as the players keep working this hard, luck will come to us as well.
We're still joined by the former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy live from the London Stadium. Smurf, listen, it would be easy for me to start laughing and going, oh, we smashed it and get carried away. I said earlier on I'm not getting carried away. A lot of how I'm feeling will depend on how we do against Brighton at the weekend. If we lose or even draw that, then you sort of look back at the weekend's result and go, this is one of those days. Liverpool weren't at the races, we were, and we're back as we were. I've got to wait to see how Man United perform in the next game. But Liverpool's run of bad form continues. That's 4 defeats on the bounce now. And we're talking about Brentford away at West Ham tonight. Liverpool have got Brentford away at the weekend. Firstly, before we talk about that game, I'm not going to say, are we at panic stations? Is it a crisis yet? But 4 defeats on the bounce for a team like Liverpool, that's quite big, isn't it? That's quite a worry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't brush under the carpet. It's concerning in the fact that it's only really, out of those 4 games, you could only argue that United game was the one where they made plenty enough good chances to not lose. The rest of them, they probably deserved it. So the general level of performances, even before the losses when we were nicking wins late on and stuff, that it's not been at the level. And I think the biggest contrast of all, is 2 things. One is the defensive element, conceding lots of goals, unlike last season, and the lack of control and composure that we saw Liverpool have so often last season. That's disappeared a little bit. And now, I think one of the concerns as well is not so much that some of the new boys haven't settled yet, because that can happen. You don't want it to happen, and some of them need to step up, that's for sure. But it's more the tried and trusted players, really, of last season who was so good and so reliable and played at such a high level. I mean, if I said to you now, Benny, how many Liverpool players, you might not have seen all the games I have, but how many of them are at the level they were at last season? I probably only name 1 or 2. Gravenberch is at the level. And probably up until yesterday, Virgil had been somewhere near.
Szoboszlai had been quite good.
Sorry, Szoboszlai, but he's been moved to right back. But yes, all right, so 2 or 3. And the one thing you need when you're bringing in new players is your tried and trusted and experienced boys who've been there a while to be at it. Because if they're at it, it makes it easier for the new boys to fit in and just gather some confidence, momentum. I think out of the new boys, only Ekitike's really impressed. He's really impressed. People really enjoying watching him play. Looks physically good. I thought even yesterday when he come on, he looked sharp and he looked physically ready.
I thought Wirtz looked good yesterday when he came on as well.
He was great second half. He's probably one of his best half. I actually thought he did well second half against Chelsea when he come on. But he'll be fine. He's too talented not to be. But I'm just talking about some of the reasons why this is happening.
Let me ask you.
The other thing, just
go on. Sorry,
Andy. Just lastly, the other thing which Slot has brought up and worth mentioning, and Carragher talked about it yesterday very well, is that the set play issue for Liverpool is becoming a bit of a problem, which it wasn't last year. It was actually a positive.
Yeah. Let me ask you, I see a couple of problems with Liverpool. One is getting rid of both fullbacks and bringing, not getting rid of Robertson, but he's not first choice now. Bringing in 2 new fullbacks, I think that's absolutely massive. But I also think the problem Liverpool have got, and it seems a mad problem to have, is you've got too many players, too many good players, to fit into that front line of 3. And I was going to ask you, is there something to be said for a team that automatically picks itself week in, week out, rather than a manager having to juggle it about and trying to work out, does he drop the £80 million centre forward or the £120 million centre forward?
Well, on the fullback, yes, the fullback observation is fair. I think one thing that Trent and Robbo give you and have given for years is a real comfortableness on the ball. They're very good with the ball, so both great going forward, both see passes, both got good end product. Whoever's played at right back, Szoboszlai had 1 or 2 games where he was fine there, which he should be, he's a midfielder, but generally whoever's played at right back, and Kirkes on the other side, has struggled really. They're not as effective or as confident at the moment with the ball. They look a little bit, it's all a bit much, all a bit quick, it's all frantic. I don't think you'll find a right back in Europe who's going to be as good as Trent on the ball. I know that, but it still doesn't look as productive with anybody else there. So that, you're right, that is a problem. The second bit, which was what? Sorry, just remind me.
Have you got too many good? I know it sounds silly, but too many good players to fit into the front three. Because every week, I'd used to agree with you in that everyone should have more or less their best team, and I think he probably has in his head. I think ideally he'd want Isak, Gakpo, Salah and Wirtz as his 4. I think that's probably his best. But I think really those days are gone, because you've got Champions League now for Arsenal, Liverpool, City and Chelsea. You've got the Premier League and all the different cups and games that come on. You've got international football. I just don't see football that way anymore. So, even back when United were at the best, that time they had Cole, York, Sheringham and Solskjaer, and how Fergie. I know you could argue that Cole and York were the front pairing, but Teddy played a lot of important games in that season, and contributed massively. So I think the best clubs have to have options. I don't think he's doing the wrong thing, because so many of them have not had a full pre-season, and it's hard to just stick someone in every game when you're playing every 3 or 4 days when he's not up to speed. And that's another point, actually. So many of them look a little bit off it physically. Maybe pre-season's been interrupted, as we know, for obvious reasons. Some of them didn't come till later. The one thing for sure, Andy, is they're going to improve. I've got no problem, no worries over that. The no guarantee bit comes from how long it's going to take. There's no guarantee that it's going to be next week or the week after. It could be a month down the line, and the problem is with that is you could be 9-10 points behind by then.
Murph, you're saying that, and you're right. Who do you make the favourites then? Would you say Arsenal at the minute, or do you think City now, they look like they're purring because of the Haaland situation, how well he started?
I can't look past Arsenal after the first 8 games, because when I watch City, although they've got this unbelievable striker who looks like he can take on the world on his own, Arsenal defensively are just better than City. City still give up chances. Everton had chances. Every time you watch City play, you get chances when you play them. Arsenal, it's like you've got to really work hard and try and probe and keep. It's so hard to get chances against them. They're just relentless. They're physically good. They're well organised. They're not reliant. I've not heard Arsenal fans moaning about Odegaard being injured. They weren't moaning when Saka was out. Madueke was fine. Saliba missed a couple, I think, Benny, as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Mosquera came in.
Mosquera come in, and nobody was saying, because 2 years ago, Saliba, everyone was going, if we lose Saliba, that's it. Yeah. That's gone. That has gone. It's strange how, a couple of weeks ago, because they didn't beat City at home because City hung on for dear life, there was some criticism, and now it's everybody's saying Arsenal are favourites, but I've said it from the beginning, they're going to be up there, and now they do look like favourites,
Merv, listen, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on our show. You're with me a couple of times next week, aren't you?
Looking forward to it, mate.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Where are you, Ben? Are you going to earn more dough somewhere else again?
No, of course not. Yes.
He's earning, isn't he?
Yeah. No, of course not.
I think he's getting a free car as well. Merv, listen, always a pleasure. Enjoy the game tonight. Wrap up. Thanks, pal.
Cheers.
There you go. Superstar that is Danny Murphy on CoCom's duty tonight. West Ham take on Brentford. Build up to that game begins when we come off air in half an hour. And of course, the boys on the Sports Bar take calls from 10. We'll have team news for you ahead of that game at the London Stadium in about 10 minutes' time. Still to come. When we come back, we're going to be joined by a former champion of the world, Paulie Malignaggi, following his win in bare-knuckle boxing over the weekend. I don't know if you saw either the highlights or afterwards.
No, I saw his face.
Waiting to be stitched up. That was what I sent in. Oh, my goodness, he's gone through it. So we'll find out exactly how he is. He joins us live in about 5 minutes' time. But first, it's time for No Googling. We want to know which player scored West Ham's first Premier League goal at the London Stadium. Which player scored West Ham's first Premier League goal at the London Stadium? Paulie Malignaggi will be our guest right after this live and drive.
With Forest in flux, new pastures are yet to bloom in East London. It's been a mixed start for Nuno at West Ham, who's only taken 1 point from his opening 2 matches in the Premier League. But with Brentford on the menu this evening, the Hammers boss says he's not trying to overcomplicate things.
What I'm doing is try to improve, realizing that the home factor is really important. And like I said to you before, I think it's up to us now to go closer to the fans, to make them support us and help us, so we can change everything and become a real fortress.
West Ham could go level on points with Brentford with a win in talkSPORT's exclusive commentary tonight. The Bees haven't exactly made a rip-roaring start to the season either, winning just 2 of their opening 7. Keith Andrews says there's been plenty of work going on behind the scenes.
How connected we are as a team when we're without the ball, when we press, how we press, communication within that. I think a lot of it is relationships. Speak about that a lot on the grass in meetings.
Our coverage is underway from 7. Kick-off is at 8. And the son of England legend Stuart Pearce has been tragically killed in a tractor crash. Gloucestershire police confirmed Harley Pearce, aged 21, died at the scene in Wickham last Thursday. His sister Chelsea has paid tribute, calling him a golden boy with an infectious smile. Everyone here at talkSPORT sent our heartfelt condolences to our friend and colleague Stuart and his family.
talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside Full Break. I asked a question: which player scored West Ham's first Premier League goal at the London Stadium? You got it in the break.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Against Chelsea.
No, Bournemouth. Follow us at 7 8 June on the go. It's live and exclusive coverage. West Ham against Brentford from the London Stadium. We'll bring you tonight's team news as soon as it drops. But now on Thursday, Last week, we were joined by former world champion Paulie Malignaggi ahead of his return to bare-knuckle boxing. We're pleased to report that it was a successful comeback for Paulie. It was live on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. Although I'm guessing his mum will disagree with him. He joins us now to tell us all about it. Paulie, hello.
Hey guys, how are you? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm very well. Thanks so much for coming on. I said that your mum would disagree because on Thursday's interview with you, I said, how's it been received with people in your family, the fact you're going back into the ring and you're bare-knuckle boxing? And you said, not everyone's agreed with it. And I said, who's top of the list? And you said, your mum. And then I saw a video that you posted of you in the hospital waiting to be stitched up. And you looked dreadful. You look really, really bad. Firstly, how are you? If people are watching on YouTube, they can see you've got a hat on and you've got dark glasses on. We can't really see too much of your face. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. A little sore, obviously after the fight, after especially any athletic event, but especially after a fight, you always do feel the worse for wear, and there is a recovery period, and so that's what I'm going through now. There was some stitches and even some fractured ribs, but I'm in good spirits. I won the fight, and I fought a worthy guy in Tyler Goodjohn, who was a menace and also a pioneer in this sport. And so, getting a win over a guy like that is both something that I have to, give myself credit for, but also it gives me a little bit of a place on this perch in this sport.
Paulie, now you got the result, and even like the way you're speaking, that are you still in a lot of pain? Because the photos that I've seen and watching your video, it looked like a brutal fight, and you spoke about obviously the cracked ribs and the problem with your eye. Are you still in a lot of pain?
Yeah, the issue with a rib injury is that it's, anybody who's had a rib injury, I don't know, I'm sure some people have had rib injuries. The pain is subtle. So, you can almost forget about it because when you're sitting down and not moving, you don't feel it. But then you'll make a sudden move or you'll forget you have a rib injury, because every move you make, you have to be very careful. So sometimes I'll forget and I'll move, or like it's only been a couple of days, I'll be rolling over in bed and all of a sudden it feels like something stabbed me, because the ribs are still very delicate. And so it'll wake me right up, So, that takes some getting used to. I have had rib injuries before, so this isn't the first time, but it is a patient approach to the healing process. As far as my eye is concerned, I finished the fight. There was an accidental poke of the eye, so I couldn't see anything out of my right eye. But little by little, the sight in my right eye is coming back. It's a bit fuzzy still in my right eye, but it's certainly much better than it was Saturday. So it's a work in progress, as is the healing process for any fight.
I mentioned that if people are watching on YouTube, they can see you've got dark glasses on, and I think an Everton hat. It looks from where I am. Can I ask you to take it off?
Yeah, you can.
Can I have a look?
Ready.
And so if people are watching on YouTube, so the hat's come off.
What's his golden place?
Can you take the glasses off as well, Paulie?
There you go.
Oh, can you take them off? There you go, so we can see. I mean, wow, your face is pretty battered, right?
Yeah. Well, what happens is it takes a couple of days for you to start healing. The funny thing is, after a fight, you actually get worse for a day or two. Your face kind of swells up and your eyes blacken more, and then you start to heal up. But so I'm probably in the worst of it right now, the first couple of days, and I think things will get better in the next couple of days. But at that point, it's actually worse than what it looks worse than what it is, because you're actually, already feeling better and getting the healing process. As far as my face is concerned, when I made that video, I was in the hospital. I was actually just complaining because it's kind of a safety hazard to leave open wounds on a person for that, especially open wounds that big for that many hours. I don't know what kind of medical standards that you guys have in England, but in the US, I would have got stitched up right away.
How long was it until you were stitched up?
I'm coming from a place where it was multiple people inside the ring, people touching you. I was fighting, so there's germs on my hand. There's a dirty canvas in the ring. You got to get that cleaned up and stitched up. That's a massive cut. And they were just very nonchalant about everything. So I don't know how the medical system works here in England, but in the US, everybody would have lost their jobs if they would have handled it that way.
How long was it until it was stitched up, Paulie?
I got there at about 10:30 at night. I didn't get stitched up until 7 in the morning.
Oh my goodness!
I thought I was in a third world country. I'll be honest with you. I love England. I've always had great experiences here, but I've never been in a medical situation in England, I was shocked and surprised. I'm from Italy. I'm from southern Italy. So in Sicily, I know already if I go to the hospital, I'm probably not going to get very good service. It's very low level, the medical field in the industry in Sicily and southern Italy. I can tell you I would expect that, but I did not expect for it to be comparable to Sicily rather than the United States when I went to the hospital in England.
I don't want to get too political, but I have
Is it political?
Well, I have to say, it's all down to, I'm guessing, which government is in and how much money they spend. But I have to say, our NHS service is amazing for the money.
No, I will give credit to this. When I did get stitched up, the person was very good. But you can see stitches are very well.
What I was going to say was they don't get anywhere near the amount of money they should, and they're massively overrun. But they are amazing people. They really are, the NHS. But yeah, listen, you're not the first person to wait in A&E or wherever you're waiting on a Friday or Saturday night for stitches. That's the problem with it. What's your view now about that industry of the fight game? Are you going to carry on, or is that the last fight? What are you thinking?
I have goals. I'm a competitor, so it's not just money; it's accomplishing things. I wanted to take on a very tough opponent in the first fight, not because I could have used my profile as a former world champion boxer and say, I want to just skip the line, and being that this sport is still trying to grow, they could have used my name as a springboard, right? But instead, I said, no, I commentate in this sport. I know how hard all these contenders work. I don't want to just cut the line and get in front of everybody. I want to take on a worthy contender. I want to take on a guy that if I beat him, then if I get a title fight, it's not looked at as I'm being gifted something, So that's why I wanted to take on Good John. And Tyler Goodjohn was a worthy guy. He made me work for every second of that fight, and I knew he would, and I was prepared for that. And so it was a bit of a reality check in the way that not so much that I don't think I'm capable of winning a title, but again, it's my hands that are a problem, and my hands became a problem late in that fight again. I have some issues with hand injuries and whatnot, and then so I have to, while I'm healing up from all these injuries, I have to give it some thought about, what I'm going to do next. I do want to fight for the title, but I have to keep in mind that a title fight is 6 rounds in bare knuckle and not 5 rounds.
Paulie, the body, and you said there about your hands, is it a completely different feeling after a fight as to when you box?
I'll tell you what, muscularly and soreness wise, I will tell you I'm more sore after a boxing match. 10, 12 rounds of pro boxing is, I think people maybe they think the gloves are just like a cushion. The gloves in pro boxing are only 8 ounces in competition. In the gym, you use bigger gloves so you can get to the fight. So when you spar, you use bigger gloves. It's more padded. But pro boxing gloves are 8 ounces. That is destructive. That is more concussive because you guys can throw hard punches and it protects the hands more, but it doesn't protect the receiver because 8 ounces is just not enough padding for the receiver to be protected. So, I feel like it was more devastating after a pro boxing match. But what's different in bare knuckle is there's cuts, there's more bone breaking, there's more cuts, there's more bruising. So the complications, there's pros and cons to the complications of both sports. I think the optics of bare knuckle make people think this is worse. I think it just varies on the situation. I'll tell you what one particular worry is in bare knuckle that's not in boxing is the eye pokes, because the pro boxing, your hands are covered completely, right? The eye pokes can be dangerous here because they're accidental, but a bad eye poke can give you a retinal injury, and that can be a problem. But I'd say cuts and bone breaking is not as devastating as concussions and traumatic brain injuries. And that's where boxing becomes problematic, is traumatic brain injuries. So, if I can make a conclusion of it, there's pros and cons to both. Okay. But combat is not easy in either sport. Having said that, the biggest complication I've had in my career are hand injuries, and for that reason, after this experience, I've already been talking to some people in Misfits, and I'm open to some boxing offers and boxing opportunities. I may look into that before making a decision on a title fight in BKB. I may do a boxing match.
When do you fly back? Thanks for coming on. When do you fly back, Paulie?
I fly back. I was supposed to fly to Sicily yesterday, but because of the injuries, I gave myself a couple of extra days. I mean, it's going to be tough to get around the airport with bags, and my hands are very swollen. Yeah. But I am going to fly tomorrow because I'm going to go to Italy to see my father. My father is in Sicily, and so I'm going to go to Italy for about a week, 10 before flying to the States next week.
Don't see your mother for about 2 weeks is my advice.
Yeah. I have not picked up her FaceTime calls.
No, don't do that. Get the filter on, all right? Look like Harrison Ford or something. Listen,
I told her the Wi-Fi is no good. I have to talk to her.
I hope she's not watching talkSPORT. Paulie, listen, we're big fans of yours, and it's always difficult to see someone in a boxing ring or bare-knuckle just take punishment. I know both of you took punishment, but I hope you make the right decision. I know it's difficult to just give up the sport that you love, but for your own safety and your families as well, I hope you make the right decision, Paulie.
I will, man. I'm confident that I have to stay true to myself, but I'm cognizant that I also have to worry about my own health as well.
Okay.
People can see I speak pretty clearly, so I don't think I have any brain issues because I wouldn't be able to work on television as a commentator on the side as well. No. So I'm thankful for that, but I'll definitely keep my health in mind. Thank you, guys.
All right, and Liverpool fans will be saying, get a new hat. Paulie, thanks for coming on, man. We wish you all the very best.
Up the Toffees.
Thanks, Paulie. There you go, the wonderful Paulie Malignaggi. Wow, they were bad, weren't they, when he took the hat off and the glasses? You missed any of that, go to the talkSPORT YouTube channel. You definitely want to see that. A reminder, this Saturday, former heavyweight champion, current WBO interim champion Joseph Parker takes on the WBA interim heavyweight champion Fabio Wardley. It's live from the O2. The winner takes a big step towards the undisputed championship of the world. Watch this live on Saturday, only on DAZN. Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside from us at 7 to go. Adrian Durham hosts live and exclusive coverage of West Ham against Brentford from the London Stadium. The team used for that is in. Your commentator is Sam at the face. He's got all the details. Sam, good evening.
All the details, but still none of that golden pace.
Do you know, Sam, you know what? Sam, let me tell you now. I brought yours in last week, and then Tamsin Althwaite was in our studio last week, and she said, "Have you got any?" And so I gave her yours.
All right, okay.
So yours will be in your locker. Yours will be in your locker for Friday's show.
Okay.
All right?
I don't have a locker.
I will build you a locker, and then I'll put it in it. All right.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
no Nicholas Fulkrug, of course, because he's injured. So the goal-scoring burden is going to have to be spread around. It's usually resting on the shoulders of Jared Bowen for West Ham anyway. They make an unbelievable 5 changes from their 2-0 defeat against Arsenal. And when the team dropped, we were a little bit surprised. Areola is the goalkeeper. Walker-Peters plays at right back. Tadebo's back in the team. Kilman is alongside him. And Ollie Scarl starts at left back. Souček is in midfield alongside Andy Irvine, who hasn't started a game this season. Bowen, Paquetá, Fernandez and Somerville make up what will be a rotating front four, with the responsibility of being the false 9, I imagine, falling on the shoulders of Lucas Paquetá. El Hadj Malik Diouf is on the bench tonight, and so is Callum Wilson, but they've decided to play without a conventional striker. It may well be that they ask Bowen to do that, but it's not the most conventional formation from West Ham United. As far as Brentford are concerned, just the one change. It's left wing back, where Aaron Hickey's replaced by Dongo Ouattara. So it's Kelleher in goal, a back three of Ayer, Vanderberg and Collins. Coyote and Ouattara the wing backs. Yarmouk, Henderson and Damsgaard in midfield, with Igor, Thiago and Sharda up front. We're underway 8 o'clock tonight, and we're live from 7.
Thank you, Sam, as always. He looks good tonight, but it'll look even better Friday afternoon. One more. Billy's in the studio.
Evening.
How was your weekend? And he's had leakage. What's happened?
Like my grip spray.
Is that grip spray not cheating?
Wrong finger.
Grip spray, he's not cheating.
Everyone used it, and it's found in the bin. It's boss up.
Yeah, it's all gone in the bag. You all right, Bill?
Yeah, really good.
Your hair looks good today.
Cheers.
I've got
a bit.
See now, there's no product in there. Don't lie.
I've got a little bit of golden paste in it. Yeah.
Goldstein's golden paste.
Yeah, that's the one.
Available at SalemBarber.com.
That's not a good advert for it.
No, it is, because it means it's down with the kids. Young and old use it.
True.
What are we doing today, Bill, for the end of show quiz?
The quiz is all about Ange after.
Wait. Cheating.
After his ill-fated spell.
Okay.
At Forest.
Big Ange.
Yeah. Andy, do you want to go first?
Well, you know I'm going first.
Andy, what's longer? Ange's stint at Forest, or the amount of time it would take to walk from here to Australia if you walked 24/7?
Well, how do you deal with oceans?
Straight line. You can go over the oceans.
I reckon it'd take. He was there, what, eight games?
39 days.
39 days. I reckon it's going to take double that to walk to Australia.
Correct. 131 days that'll take.
So we are, mate.
You can do it a few times in that spell.
I wouldn't want to.
Benty, what's the capital of Australia?
Melbourne, or Sydney, or
the other one.
It's the other one. Don't tell me.
All right.
It is. Come on, Benny.
Come on, Benny.
Sydney, Melbourne, and the other one.
The other one.
Give me the initial. Sorry.
Are you thinking of Perth?
No, he's not thinking of that.
Is it Canberra?
Yeah, it is Canberra. I'll trick you. Yeah, Canberra.
Why are you trying to trick me? Don't trick Andy.
Well, I knew it. Go.
Andy, what's the longest ever jump by a kangaroo?
Well,
Is that it?
the road record for a long jump is 8.95, and that's a human.
Is that meters?
That's meters.
This is in feet. 20 feet.
Well, hold on, it's recorded, or what can a kangaroo jump?
This was recorded. They've watched a kangaroo do this.
14 foot.
Well, your options. Do you want your options?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
20 foot, 42 foot, 81
So what's happened to music? What is it?
I'm going 41, you know.
20, 42,
42.
81.
42.
Yeah, correct. And the highest ever jump is 10 foot.
I don't care. I don't care, mate.
Benty. Australia begins and ends with the same letter. Name 3 more countries that also do.
Brilliant.
Okay, let's go. America. Yes! Yeah.
United States.
Nah, I'm taking that. America.
Okay.
United States of America.
Yeah. It's not actually America, is it? It's United States.
No, I'm going America.
Okay. You got any others?
Nope.
None?
Giving up.
No, well, give me some options. I can't.
Give them options.
Go on, give me one.
Are they European?
A lot of them begin with A and end in A.
Andorra?
Obviously. Yeah.
Azerbaijan. No, don't worry about that. Andorra.
There's a
No, don't worry.
There's a big South American one.
Conda. Were you going to say Conda?
No, that's a continent. I was going to say Argentina.
Yeah, correct. That'll do.
That will do.
Could also have Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Czech Republic, just to mix it up.
Yeah.
The Seychelles.
Why are you looking at that?
Been there.
Why are you looking at Czech Republic? Why are you looking at that?
Seychelles, beautiful.
When you said Czech Republic, Benny was going to say it doesn't begin with A, weren't you?
No.
You so were.
I was thinking, why I spelled that?
Cool, you got one more, Bill?
Yeah, one for both of you if you want.
Yeah,
Just name 3 Kylie Minogue songs between you. You do that?
Better ever, you know.
Might be, yeah.
What do you mean might be?
It's not one of the ones.
I should be so lucky.
Yeah. Benny?
Spinning around?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Good. That's easy, isn't it?
Thanks, Bill. Get out.
Well done.
No, I like my one, please.
No, that's it. That was supposed to. We ain't got time. Not fun now. Because we are building up a bit of metalwork. Like this.
What the?
Australia, great song. I believe in a under that one. We're going to leave you in the capable hands of Adrian Darren. He builds up to live commentary on talkSPORT. West Ham take on Brentford. Live and exclusive. The boys on the Sports Bar from 10 will be taking your calls. We'll be back tomorrow for more. The time for 4 o'clock. Be safe, everyone. Be safe, Darren Bent.
You're all caught up. Go grab a snack. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk again soon.
Just who we are.